your battens.
Hey, we're live.
So that the floor has equal weight.
I'm enjoying watching Pete and Mick. That's a hell of a video. Let me turn the volume down a little bit. Yeah, I got Mick and Pete up on the screen. I'm watching them assemble an 8x8 shed. I know I'm late. That's all right. I had to. Ooh, man, my internet's choppy. I had to finish up a leaf blower, a big billy goat. It's gonna be a good video. Self-propelled, all that stuff's gonna be good. So let me throw the link out there for everybody. All right, there is the link. All right. And we'll see who wants to come up. I said, enjoying this video with Mick and Pete. I just stopped for a second to get a drink and a little quick bite when I came in. What am I late? 10 minutes? Big deal. You gotta survive, you'll survive. Klaus will survive. Right?
I might. You never know.
I tell you though, I was getting into watching the video, Pete and Mick.
Those two tossers. Oh, jeez.
I tell you, they had great weather for building the shed, that's for sure.
No. Yeah.
My favorite part though was when Mick says, hit the thing, whack the old bell, and Pete goes, thing. You know?
Thing.
Instead of Riley, Pete was like, yeah, thing. Okay.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Let's see who's here. Ben's in the house. Hello, Ben. DNR David is here. Hello. Everybody's saying hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I finished up that. Got it running perfect. It operates now with one hand. He was like, "Wow!" I said, "Yeah, nice." So he was happy. Yeah. Arch, it was funny. I should have brought it home, Arch. I got my Christmas card from Ditmaco. I was going to bring it home for the live stream and show you. I'll do it next week. Next week, I got my Terrell apparel and all that stuff. So I'll do that next week. It's funny, Arch, it's the only Christmas card we got this year. Everybody's so cheap. We got the one from Ditmaco. We didn't get it from anybody else. So, the vendors I spent $100,000. We didn't get a Christmas card. The guy I spent like $5,000 sends me a Christmas card. Anywho, where's Hank? He's yelling and screaming. Where is he?
I don't know. Funny thing is, my chat here doesn't want to. Hold on. I'm gonna.
See. Hank, there's the link.
Yeah, Hank, stop drinking that Aspen gasoline. And
I tell you, I put the Aspen in the blower. All right, ran like. And I told the guy, I said, "Are you going to use this blower or what?" He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "I've got Aspen in it, alkylate fuel." I said, "If you're not going to use it, you're all set." Because I ran it for 5 minutes around the lawn. And I said, if you do, there's a place on Route 34 by here. But I said, he sells it for $11 a quart. I said, if you're going to use it, run the gas out, put a quart of that Aspen in it, run it for 10 minutes, you're done. So,
yeah.
Randy, I did see a couple of them. I didn't spend a lot of time on it, but I did see it. So I know you're back in the saddle with the red fans. Everybody's saying hello. Uh-oh. Oh, cool. Right. Good thing, Ray. File the rocket. However, journal was egg shaped. Yeah, it will be egg shaped. Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You honestly, like, what does Terrell say? It ain't the space shuttle. If it runs, it runs. If it doesn't make a noise, you're done. That's it. I wouldn't spend any. Put it this way: it's egg shaped. That's great. But if you take more off, you're going to create more clearance. I wouldn't. I just leave it the way it is. That's all. Just leave it the way it is. Shop talk with Brett. Brett, who? Who are you, Brett?
Hey, Brett.
Who is Brett? Where are you from? What do you do? Share. Yeah. Or come up, use the link and come up and say hello.
If you dare.
If you dare. Yeah. we don't bite. Not much.
No.
But we bite.
Yeah, not much. No.
We've had all our shots. We're good. Kevin Keller. Hello in Ireland. Right? What is it? TaylorMade, right? Find your game. The TaylorMade golf clubs. Find your game. Let's see. Here, You know Brett Arch? Where's Brett from? Is he from your channel?
Everybody was a little shaken that you weren't on there on time, Kenny.
I had to. I didn't know he was going to come and get it. He wanted to use it, and he goes, "You going to be around?" I'm like, "When?" He goes, "Now." I'm like, "Okay." So I would have just left all the crap out there, and after the stream, go out and clean it. But he came and this and that, and he wanted to which is fine.
It's
And he dropped off a snowblower.
Hey,
Yeah. So mostly blind, so I don't use the camera live. That's all right. You could come on and then put it where the camera's off, where it just shows your face. At least you could talk to us, where it just shows your emoji. You can do that too. That's all right. If you want to just talk live one-on-one, just shut your camera off and just come on live with the microphone and say hello. Either way,
just make sure you're dressed.
Yeah, just make sure you're dressed. No naked, except if you're a woman and attractive. So.
Yes, exactly, Kenny. My
or Stella.
I don't know.
Who's both?
Yeah, she's both. Yeah.
Where she's coming out? She said she was going to help out. She should be there. She should be.
John Rhodes, how you doing?
Yeah. Oh, here's one Canuck. Wayne.
One Canuck. Wayne.
Brucey is Brucey there yet? Is Brucey or is he traveling?
Yeah. I just got a message from Bruce. He's there.
He is there. He made it.
Yeah,
but
they're short on groceries, so apparently he's busy.
Yeah, I know. He spent that one day in Calgary, so that he could not have to worry about the other stuff. Is it Stella? Let's see. Is it Stella?
Could be Hank. I mean Hank.
Hey, there she is.
Finally. Sorry, I kept looking for you, and then my computer messed up, and then this and that, and blah 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 blah.
I've never had so many men have withdrawals because they didn't see me.
See?
Now I thought it was me.
Hey, now you know.
Well, that too.
Hey.
Well, you ran a little late today, no?
Yeah, I was working on a Billy Goat self-propelled 13 horsepower force blower. What a machine! Oh my god, what a machine! The drive, you have to adjust the chain.
Hey Ben.
Drive, and then let's see, Ben's here. Is there a Christmas? I don't know. My goal next week, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to be on next week, the 23rd. I'm going to have my Christmas garb on. I bought Terrell Christmas apparel, so I'll have that on. I don't know. I'll probably email some of our friends out there and see if anyone wants to come on. Like
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Yeah, Steve, and we'll see. We'll see who comes up. I hope some people come up, but it's not going to be Christmas with the stars like Mick does every year. But you got us. So
what do you mean?
What?
But I see 4 stars here in you.
There you go. But anyway, let's see what else is here.
So Bruce must be right into the margaritas.
No, Bruce is out shopping for all the stuff they didn't have in the condo.
Well,
margaritas.
I saw his last video.
Mustard, bread. Yeah, mustard.
I saw his last video and he didn't answer any of the comments, so I figured I better get in there. I should answer them all for him.
Well, that was automatic
because he's passed out in a lounge chair at the pool in Margaritaville.
I think Trudy has him on a bit of a leash until everything is set and good.
Yeah, but I think when that video came out, he was still in the airport in Calgary.
Yeah,
it could be.
I got a message from him about half an hour ago. He's there. There's no mustard in the condo. He's going shopping. So,
Hey, you know what? Mexico this time of year, why not?
Well, if we didn't have mustard, we wouldn't be able to live, close.
And pickles.
Pickles
and mustard.
Pickles.
Mustard and pickles. That is a requirement for life.
Henry, what do you think about that? Mustard and pickles. We like chips, peanuts, trail mix.
No, I didn't say I didn't like that. I like
yogurt,
but yogurt. Hold on, yogurt.
No, this morning I was going out to breakfast with my good friend Dave that I grew up with. He was the nurse anesthetist that put me under 2 weeks ago when I had my colonoscopy, and he said we got to catch up. I said let's do breakfast. So he says, how about the 16th? I said all right. So 7:00, he picked the restaurant. I said, yeah, no problem, we'll meet. So we go there. It's pitch black. The door says opens at 7. I go, who the hell are they? Oh, sometimes a cook comes late. I'm like, no, this one's off my list. Done. So then we said, let's go to Monroe Diner. We'll go up the street. All right, we go to Monroe Diner, dark, black. What the hell's going on? All right. I said, you know what? We're 10 minutes away from Sandy Hook Diner, which is one of the best diners around. I said, let's go to Sandy Hook. So we drove up to Newtown, and I tell you, the best breakfast I've had in a long time. The owner who used to own it, Cliff, passed away about 3 or 4 years ago. His assistant cook that he taught, a Hispanic guy, real nice guy, he taught him all his recipes. So I said to the woman, and the prices, and rightly so, since COVID, a lot of prices doubled or whatever. We used to get breakfast $7-8. Now it's $15. But anyway, I said to her, I said, I don't see it on your menu. I said, Cliff's, I said, the sausage gravy, sausage biscuits and gravy. I said, you got it? Yep. I said, his homemade hash, got it. I said, his recipe, got it. I was like, all right. So I loaded up with, scrambled eggs with hash, homemade hash that they make. And what's funny, his secret ingredient, because he told us one day, me and Rich were up there, my buddy Rich. He goes, you know what the secret ingredient? Because he always had a little bit of like a vinegary sort of taste. Mayo. He put mayo in the corned beef hash. And I tell you, it does it. And it's tangy. It's got a tang to it.
Well,
and
mayo has vinegar in it. So
exactly. And that was his trick. And also, because I won't eat regular mayo. I just don't like it, but I'll eat anything with mayo. But anyway, then I said, how about the biscuits and gravy? I don't need the biscuits, but the gravy, the sausage gravy. I said, does he make the same roux? It's a little bit whiter. It looks almost like pure white, where Cliff's was a little darker, like he burned the roux a little bit more, a little bit of color on the roux. But I tell you, hey, it was top notch, and probably about 2,800 calories by the time I got done. But still, though, I haven't had homemade sausage gravy.
It's breakfast. You can always skip lunch, and you're good.
Well, no, like I said, that was at 7:15 in the morning, and I just had a little bite now. What, 2:32-ish? Yeah, whatever. Not too bad.
Yeah.
With that breakfast, he's going to have to skip lunch and supper.
Oh, I tell you, it was good. No, in fact, I brought half of it home. I did not. I didn't act like a pig. I actually, Dave, my buddy, he actually ate all of his, whatever he had, and I didn't. In fact, while I was warming this up, I had the rest of it for my lunch today. So it's all right. And my buddy Rich and I, when we would go there, nothing left on the plate. Okay. He was 300 plus pounds. I was like 275. So we were like, holy crap,
You were talking too much, Ken.
Huh?
You got to chew. You were talking too much. There was no time for chewing.
No, actually, it was funny because we literally grew up across the Merritt Parkway from each other. And he worked with my mom at EMS and everything else. He became a nurse anesthetist. And like I said, I went into engineering and all that stuff. But his brother's married to my best friend's sister. So it's kind of small world, And when I worked at Moore, his ex-father-in-law worked with me at Moore Tool. So it's small world. Everything's small world,
Is he a thinner guy?
Yeah, relatively.
Yeah,
it's shorter.
Yeah, amazing how these thin people can eat so much. If you go out to eat with somebody and you got a little tiny person,
I bet you he's
pound down everything.
Yeah, he's probably 150. I got a good 100 on him, But like I said, super nice guy. He's the type of guy, like I said, super nice guy. He's the type of guy where if a girl brought him home, the mother would be like, marry him. You know what I mean? He's that, just like Klaus, like the clean cut, the haircut, you know what I mean? And I mean that in a good way.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Stella, did you recommend that the guy JB welds his fuel cap to his tank so he can't put gas in it anymore?
No, it was like some threads breaking off or something. I said, they said, what do I do? I said, I don't know. Try JB Weld. Why not?
Maurice, is Maurice the guy? Is he the guy that lives in Stratford by me? I'm thinking.
I don't know. He asked a question
tank
last week. It was on the last week's thing.
I'm thinking if he's Maurice, are you the guy in Stratford who emailed me a while back? Let me know if you're the guy in Stratford.
I never seen threads breaking off on a fuel tank cap.
Only if a squirrel did it with his teeth.
I see him eating fuel caps. The squirrels.
No, on some of the cheaper Chinese Power Mate, whatever they're called.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes if you tighten it too hard, it'll go. There's your threads.
There you go. What a memory, I tell you. I can't
do
remember
it again.
dinner, but I remember him.
Yeah.
Ken, make me big. Wayne,
yeah, where do I hear that all the time?
Is this the one you were looking for, Wayne?
We're looking for an SV 240 -3232. It's an 18 horse though.
That's 18. That's a vertical command with electric start.
Yeah, I wonder if that one would fit in. A CV 18S. I'll have to check with Jake.
Yeah, but look at the spec number to see if the crank, if the PTO will match.
CV 18S.
But look at the spec number.
61546. Okay, thanks, Hank.
Yeah, see,
and you can run it in California, I see. So that's nice.
Yeah.
You can run them all in California, I think. Anybody seen the carbon from the new fuel caps inside the tanks? Inside the fuel tanks?
Yeah, I saw it in one of them. The little
Yeah.
they put the carbon. It's almost like that Briggs thing where they put the stabilizer in the cap.
Yeah, well, the new Briggs tank we just ordered for the snowblower. I'm sure it's so high, it's got the carbon filled element on the top.
Yeah. Hey, Mac.
What I don't understand is why they do that. I mean, I know. I'm sorry. I know why they do it. It's because of the EPA.
Well, hit the carbon before it goes out the vent, so it purifies it a little bit.
But I mean, carbon will soak up the vapor.
Yeah.
But it has to get rid of it.
and then stop working.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
You get
technically,
clogged
it'll
up.
evaporate over time and then refresh itself a little bit.
Evaporate where?
Through the vent.
See?
Well,
It'll
it
trap
takes
it. It'll trap
forever
it.
for that to happen. It
But
takes
then it will
forever.
eventually leach out of it.
Yeah, but so then you put it in so you don't have any evaporation into the atmosphere because that's a
Right.
pollutant, and then you put something in that lets it out slower. But I don't get it.
Close, it's like our Canadian government. They want to start reducing the amount of cow burps we have.
Oh,
Yeah.
so cars are no longer allowed.
It's a clean thing they're investigating now. They want to reduce the amount that the cows burp by subsidizing the farmers to
Wait.
burp the cow's diet.
Cork them up, and then they'll
Burp.
start farting instead.
No,
That's
they
not
got rid of the pooping part and the farting part. They want to handle the burps now. Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah. I was gonna say,
And-
what
and-
comes out
and-
when they burp?
and acid. That's what I recommend.
What's the harmful chemical or greenhouse gas when they burp?
I
Methane.
guess they burp
Methane.
out methane too.
Methane, yeah. They fart and burp methane.
I think what we got to do is we got to have a thing in the world. You know how like at one period in the year they shut off all the lights every place to conserve power for that minute or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Everybody should hold their breath for 1 minute, and I wonder how many tons of CO2 we'd eliminate.
Hey, there you go.
They were talking about maybe brownouts and
I mean, Wayne, you're absolutely right. The problem is not the cows. The problem is the amount of people that eats them.
Hey, if we weren't made to eat cows, God wouldn't have made them out of meat. All right.
Exactly. I mean, look at your teeth. You got flat teeth in the back. You got pointy teeth here. That means you can eat everything.
Yeah.
We're supposed to, but the
And
problem
we can
is
tear
nobody.
meat off of
I mean,
a
and
bone with our
when God did the calculation, He didn't count on 6 billion people.
Well, and the other thing too is that I think the hunt and kill should be a little more challenging than walking through the supermarket and saying, "I'll take that steak right there."
Isn't it amazing though? If you ask a young person where food comes from, they have no clue.
They
The
have
grocery store.
Yeah,
They have no.
there's a machine in the back, like the Jetson.
I have a brother-in-law. Who,
Oh, I'm sorry.
well, he's a nice guy. But his wife, my father-in-law had to take her to see a pig because she's never seen one.
And didn't know that's where bacon came from.
Well, the first time my
She knew
oldest,
about that, man. She's an MD. She's pretty smart, right?
Yeah.
But she has never, in living color,
farm.
seen a pig.
Yeah. Well, I brought Jessica when she was a little girl up to my friend Joe's farm in Torrington, Connecticut, and he introduced he buys 3 pigs a year. And she goes, "Oh, what are their names?" He said, "Pork, bacon, sausage." And she's like, "What?" Yeah. And then we had lunch there, and they served us bacon. It still had the hair on it.
Well, it's chewable.
Oh,
right?
good to eat.
I don't
That's
think
the
she
best.
ate bacon for a year.
That's the best.
Yeah, but you know that like wild turkey tastes nothing like
No, gamey.
Right.
Yeah, gamey.
Yeah, Ray.
it's all
Ray,
game.
Hey,
Ray,
Vince.
Ray says he's a Texas vegetarian. He eats the animals that eats the grass.
Lions.
Good one. Good one.
Yeah, they should have been around with me when I grew up on the farm. I was 5 years old. I could remember us killing the pigs for the,
Oh, yeah.
when my grandfather wanted to make sausage and pork roast and that.
Yep.
And they used to whack him in the head either with this gigantic steel ball bearing that was in a braided leather handle, or they'd take a sledge. And I said, "Why don't you just shoot him?" And my grandfather said bullets are too expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they scream like
Oh,
women.
and you better get them on the first shot.
Yeah.
And don't be the one holding the back legs because it
No.
kicks. Yeah, no, but I mean it is what it is, and I don't think the problem is the beef or the pigs or the problem is the 6 billion people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, the Chubby Butcher's only 54 subscribers away from hitting 1,000.
That's
I-
awesome.
Anybody that's out there, he's really
Congratulations.
boosted his subscribers with his shorts, eh? It's
Yeah.
amazing how fast the subs went up just doing shorts.
But I mean, guys, if you're out there in common land, go check out Chubby Butcher. It's not a fancy channel. It's not all this and that. It's just simple, extremely good looking food.
Yeah.
Go check him out. Give him those last 50 because he deserves it.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lori and I are taking him out for Christmas to a restaurant. So if he hasn't hit the 1,000 when we go out, hopefully he's not watching right now.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
standing up in the restaurant and saying to all the people, hey, if you're from Port Colborne, I need you to support him. He needs
Yeah.
so many more subscribers to hit. He's going to be embarrassed as hell, but I don't care.
Yeah.
There's the link, everybody. So whoever's not subscribed, go there and
Yeah.
subscribe.
Go
What's
check
that?
out Chubby. He makes, I mean, the stuff he makes. I mean, I can just finish dinner and I watch his channel and I'm hungry.
There you go. Brett, welcome. Welcome to the channel. How are you?
Hey,
Good.
Brett.
I get rid of the camera part, so I just have
No,
audio.
that's all right. Just click on, if you click on the little camera, it'll go to an emoji. No big deal. Your call. Click on the camera on the lower where it says stop cam. Where it says stop cam, that'll put an emoji up instead of your camera. That's all.
Well, I don't see that.
On the very bottom,
all
it says mute, stop cam, settings, present on the very bottom of your screen. It should.
That's all right. We see you, Brett. You're
That's
good.
all right. Either way.
Yeah, you're
Either
good.
way. So, Brett, where are you from? What do you do?
I'm Ohio,
What part?
southeastern, down near Steubenville.
Ah, okay. Oh, Steubenville Glass.
I mean, I can see bacon. I make my own. It's good stuff.
What do? You working? You retired? What do you do?
I'm a grass rat,
Ah, cool.
There you go.
or shall I say, since I don't see well, I'm a
Mhm.
grass bat.
As long as you see the money well, that's all we care about.
That's a good one, Brett. That's a good one.
Yeah, but Brett, you got one good one, right?
I got one partial good one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because
The
my
right one
son's
does
only
not
got
work at
one.
all.
And he sees better than I do, and I got two.
The white one is white. The cornea is bad. It does not see at all, just light.
Yeah.
So what do
That's
you work
why
on?
the right eye is closed.
What do you work on, Brett? Anything that turns your fancy or what?
I'm into small engine repair. I've been doing it for about 30-some years, but it's kind of limited.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now you work for yourself or somebody or hobby or what is it?
I do work for a shop, but I'd like to tinker on my own as well.
Cool. Now the shop you work for, are they a dealer at all for any brands?
It's an auto parts store. They just have a lawnmower shop in the back, and I just basically kind of just repair there. I sharpen chains.
Oh, cool.
Fact of the matter is, I want to thank Stella personally here.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
He's here. Your
Don't get-
idea of the
Don't get her wound up. She gets all,
your idea of
Wait, I want to see the blushing. Hold on, Stella.
Yeah. Let's see
the
it.
idea of the health bed that you showed on for those Honda motors.
Oh, those studs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those studs.
They are a game changer for me, and I will freely admit that it was not my original idea. I actually saw it on some, ag school training video or something or other, and apparently Honda makes a tool for this, and it's like $40 or something to buy the tool, and I'm like, I'll just go buy some all thread and make them myself.
They actually
Yeah,
sell them now.
Did you see it on
Up
a
the
channel
length of
called
gold
Hobby
and the
Motor or
red
anything
type,
like that?
Do what now?
Did you see it on a channel called Hobby Motor?
No.
No, but you couldn't understand what he was saying anyways.
Fair enough.
So when did you do this video, Klaus? From a long time ago?
Well, like
Wait
4
a
years
minute. Hold on.
ago.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Well, hold on. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute.
How many? When did you do it, Klaus?
All right,
Like
Klaus,
3 or 4
defend
years
yourself.
ago.
Go ahead.
How many?
We want dates. We
3 or
want
4
times.
years.
Yeah.
How many?
3 or 4
3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
I think that's about close to when I discovered that about 3 years ago. So it's all right.
Hank did it 20 years ago.
I don't think so, but
Donnie Boy 73. He built one for this kid that was a paraplegic. And,
it
yeah.
might have been right after that. I don't know.
Yeah, that was he did. He
I got
did
mine
that.
from, I got mine from Amazonian. So
That's,
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
yeah,
there you
that's where actually I just bought all thread from them. That was I just cut it into all thread.
I
But,
got mine from Scrap Mowers.
Yeah, well you can do that too.
Yeah.
Free.
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 No, I'm trying to remember when I did that. I want to think that was about 3 years ago, or maybe 2.5 years was the video I put it out on. So
I
Or I
can
went
tell
back to
you,
see.
I did about 12 hours after I saw Donny Boy's video. That's
Yeah.
about the time when I did it.
I was impressed when he did that video for that kid, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he welded up like a bracket to hold like small.
Carburetor.
Carburetors.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah, he
He
did. He
did.
did it afterwards. Yeah,
Oh,
afterwards.
okay. Well, that was about 2 years ago, I think. I don't know. Still
When
a
you
good
use
idea.
when you use the studs, you don't have to worry about gasket orientation unless
Yeah.
somebody else has been in there and put the gaskets on upside down
Or
backwards
wrong or whatever.
in the
Yeah.
wrong place.
go. Covering the hole.
I
Yeah.
tell you, it looks like everybody's copying it. Here's another one here. All right.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't do a video on it. I just started using them and somebody asked about it. And then I did a community post on it later on. I don't remember when that was, but it was a while back.
But
It's
I like
pretty hard to come up
yours.
with something new for a video that hasn't been done already.
I was just going to say that. Yep.
No.
Yeah.
I
Like, I'll give you one that's not done. Who's worked on the power steering on snow blowers on MTDs? Have you taken them apart?
Hold on.
No. I thought he said snowmobiles.
Hold on, Wayne. Let me think. No.
No, I don't think,
No.
because we looked yesterday. Jake was working on a snowblower with the power, the trigger independent steering, so you can turn the snowblower. So he bought new chains, and the chains don't come with a master link when you buy the chains. They come
Right.
assembled
Right.
with a solid link. And he said, maybe we should just grind that off and put a master link on, because now we got to disassemble everything to put that drive chain on. The other one you don't have to, but the one that's on the axle, you gotta take the whole assembly apart.
Yeah.
So I started taking apart, and I'm going to tell you, boys and girls, he says, I don't think we should do this, but he went, and I kept saying it's a learning experience. So the more F-bombs that were being dropped, the harder it was.
Sounds like a good video to me.
We're learning.
Yeah.
Anyways, he figured out reassembling it back together. He had to use a pipe clamp to pull the housing together so he could slide the little tiny C clip that goes inside the one piece to get it to fit into the groove.
Yeah.
But that was like, I think 3 to 4 hours later of him just sitting there getting aggravated, eh? Oh, and then, by the way, we put the master link in the chain anyways.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought
Klaus,
you were
I have you to thank for this.
Looks like a little Christmas tree.
Yes. Well,
Because
you can't thank me 100% because it's.
Well, but you give me the idea because see this is the closest I could come up with. I don't know if you can see
an
that I like.
adjustable freeze-out plug. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I tried to cut this one down and I failed miserably getting it to seal. But this one, boom, this will do the job.
Wait, Stella, just so you know, butt plugs come in all different sizes and shapes.
But you see, not adjustable butt plugs. See, that's
not
the thing.
adjustable.
This is that's why this is the shizzle, man.
I am so sorry.
Wait,
Stella.
what's
These
butt
guys,
plugs?
you
What's
don't
it
know what
cost?
happens to them. But Stella, what is it on the scooter that you use it for?
Oh, I use it for sealing off. Like, I think I had this on a smaller scooter one time that I was trying to seal off to do a
Compression check.
pressure test, crankcase.
Ah,
Pressure test. And so I had these smallest ones I bought. This might have been for a exhaust port or a input. No, yes, this would have been for a intake manifold. And I could show you. Well, I can't show you one right now, but they have different sizes. And once you get the manifold on there, because you want to test all the gaskets and all that mess. So that's why this one will fit in there just perfect. Boom, boom, boom. Tighten it down.
Arch, we're so full energy from watching your live streams that you have.
Do what now?
Arch says we're full energy today. I said we're full energy because we watched his live stream.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
the-
it's right.
it's the alcohol.
With the squeaky chair.
Yeah.
alcohol.
Oh yeah.
Stella, I bought a whole set of different size white rubber plugs
Right.
that you can choose different sizes, and to close off the exhaust or the intake port.
But-
When you wash them.
But
We see,
Hank,
I can use this one right here. Are they still doing it?
no, that's numb and nut.
Yeah, that was last Sunday.
Is that video still going on?
Oh yeah, it was like
Oh,
40,
my
48
God.
minutes. Was it 48? Hold on, wait. It is 39 minutes 57 seconds.
Oh my God.
So
Right, how long-
this particular plug I have, freeze out plug, I can do from 25 to 28 millimeters with this one.
Yeah.
And the intake is like 24 millimeters or 23, something crazy. And I just could not get this to fit. No matter what I did, heat, whatever, boiling water, I could not get it to seal that off. So
Yeah,
Anyway.
one of my videos, I left it in there, and then I spun the flywheel, and that thing shot off. Poof!
Hey, my,
yeah, but they have all these, they got the whole sizing thing on there for
Yeah.
you too. So that's nice.
hey,
That
hey, the
is not-
newlyweds are here.
What?
The newlyweds are here.
Who's that?
The
Oh,
the
yours.
newlyweds.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys
it's
want
on
to
there.
say hi? Well, first of all, I want to show you this hat.
Oh,
that they
those
got me.
newlyweds. I was like trying to figure out which one of us are you talking about. I'm
You see
like,
the hat that they got me?
Yeah,
what
What's
did
it
it say?
on it?
blow up Brock.
Lewis Mowers and
Oh, that's nice.
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 Alrighty.
Cool. You want to say hi, guys?
Hi.
Hey, newlyweds.
Hi.
Hi.
Newlyweds.
How are you?
Congratulations.
Are those hats being shipped out with the cookies?
No.
Yeah,
all of you
Just
guys.
remember, don't go to bed angry.
Absolutely.
Henry, your hat's coming.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. When's my hat coming?
It's coming. Hopefully it's there
coming.
by Christmas.
Look,
It's a
Brock,
Christmas.
Brock,
It's a
Brock,
Christmas present. Listen, everybody, I'm going to tell you something. For a guy that tells you that he's going to give you an 18 horsepower motor and he doesn't want anything for it, he's going to give it to you. He deserves this hat.
Hey, Brock, what's the husband's name?
Ethan.
All right, Ethan, 2 words. Remember. Yes, dear. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Yes, dear.
That's all I need. Done.
Isn't that kind of the universal thing all the way across the board now?
Oh, yeah, you're not lying.
Yeah, the Rivians.
Oh,
There's
me
something that
too,
says
yeah.
yes, honey, but yes, dear usually works. Yeah.
And the only thing, do you have a comfortable couch? You got to have a comfortable
Oh,
couch.
yeah, you got a comfortable couch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Penny,
You'll
Penny,
be on it.
If I don't
Penny,
find
that's
brand new,
20
so
years
they
down
just
the
got it,
line,
so-
buddy.
Yeah.
Brock, so now you got an apprentice because your back's hurting, so you got an apprentice, right?
Oh, yeah, Ethan helps out a lot.
Okay, that's good.
Mhm. Yep. Good.
Wait, Brock, are they only there for the food? What's the deal?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
we're doing lasagna today. Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
sounds
nice.
good.
Oh,
Sounds yummy.
Oh boy.
Your daughter, Brock, or your son?
yeah, it's my daughter. Yep.
Oh.
She gets the looks from the wife, right? From your
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what I was
Yeah,
just going to say. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that one skipped the beard, Yeah.
Yo, Mr.
Nickaroo.
Showman.
What the hell?
Hey.
Mickey Mouse just
How you
showed up.
doing,
That
Mick?
kitchen,
What the hell
that
is going
kitchen's
on?
done now, right?
Wait, when are we going to see part 72.3 of the kitchen redo?
Good evening, guys.
Good evening, Mick.
No, is it finished? Or are
Yeah,
they
it's
still
done.
working
Yeah,
on it?
it's
No, but no,
done.
are the videos done? We also have videos, or you still got more?
Yeah. Last video was out on this week, Wednesday.
The tile rework went well. There's no tiles coming up or anything.
Yeah, the floor was all ripped up and relayed. Yeah, that's all been done.
Pippin.
Yeah, hi Pip. Yeah, cheers for that.
Oh, she can't hear me.
Did you get her fixed yet or no?
Huh?
No, she's not fixed
You
yet.
can't sit. You can't sit there. No,
Hey,
why not?
No.
Oh, I want her to just go.
No, we're not. Pip. It's not. It's not all about you, dog.
Yes, it is.
How old is Pip now, Mick? How old?
She's just over a year old now.
Oh, cool.
Just over a year.
And Mick, meet
I'm gonna-
our new friend Brett.
I'm
over
going to
there.
spin my camera around real quick. Here's the mascot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Relax as ever. Yeah.
Gotta have a shop cat.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah.
Absolutely. I used to have a shop cat where I used to work. We had
Yeah.
customers that would come to see the cat. They didn't even want to buy something. They just came to see the cat.
Hey, Mick, what was that?
Cat.
His name is Charlie. He's an old guy. He's 16 years old.
Oh, wow.
Good for him.
Wow. Yeah.
Mick, what was on the floor when you did the shed? Was it tile or something? What was actually on the floor? What did you use to put it on?
What, on Pete Shed?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just 18 mil OSB boarding. That's all it was.
It was like squares, though. Wasn't it a bunch of
That
squares
was
on the ground?
concrete block.
What was it?
Those are concrete
Yeah,
slabs.
Oh, were they? Okay, all right.
Oh yeah, it's on a patio, for another word. Yeah,
Yeah,
concrete
yeah.
Oh,
slab.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I only went around there because Pete's having a bit of trouble at the moment. His mother-in-law's not very good at all. He's just lost his sister-in-law as well this week. So he's not had a good week as Pete. So
Yeah.
I thought I'd go around there, help a man out. He needs a new shed for mower storage. So I said I'll go down there and I'll give him a hand. So that's what I went.
Good man.
Yeah.
That's why I did it.
That's
Help
what
man
we
out.
did.
Exactly that. Mind you, I haven't put my bill in yet. He's got to get that yet. He's not had that yet.
Mick, are you out now to the end of the year, or that's it?
That's me done now. I'm now done until the 4th of January. Yeah.
Nice.
Technically,
Nice.
I'm on holiday. I've worked so hard this year. I've barely had a day.
Oh,
Oh
Wait a
man,
minute. Wait. The bullshit meter. And hold on.
that
All right,
sucks.
all right.
I'm telling you, man, that's terrible. I
We're all
feel
crying
so.
here, Mick.
My heart bleeds Pepsi.
But unlike Hank, Hank's had the whole year off. I've only had 3/4 of it.
Jesus Christ, he's twice your age.
3 times.
I heard that on the video too. Yeah.
What's that, Hank? What did you hear, buddy? What did you hear? You tell Hank. You tell me what you thought you heard, and I'll tell you if you're correct or not.
Yeah, it's not like the old man Hank over there in the United
No.
States.
You see, I'd never say that about you, Hank, would I? I'd never insult you.
It's on the tape.
It might be an editing glitch, something like that.
Oh boy.
That was a good video.
Yeah.
Well, like I say, he can't do it on his own.
But
Let's not come around and give him
Jesus
a hand
Christ,
to do
that was
it.
that was shitty weather that you planned.
Oh
to
man,
do.
yeah.
do you know what? If it didn't piss down from the minute we got there to the minute I left, I'll tell you, it just pissed down all day.
Yeah.
You know,
Jeez.
as they say on the railway, apart from in Canada, the skin is waterproof.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I see you were wearing a hat.
Yeah, well, the reason I had to wear that hat is because for about the past, I don't know, 3.5 years now, I've been talking to a company called EP. They're based over in Canada, and the CEO, a young lad called Jake, said that he would get me a cap. And I've got a beanie hat already, but they said they'd send me a cap. But it's down to their projects or their merchandise operator, who it's some old duffer called Wayne, and apparently it's still work in progress. Oh, these are prototypes of blah blah.
Henry
That's what I get to
Henry
hear about.
Morosky, the big dog, he's getting one. He's the only one
Oh,
that's
yeah,
getting one.
Yeah, my mate Hank is.
Jake's gonna give me shit. I'm going into his stash. I think he's got 2 hidden of the originals. I got 1 out of a dozen. He's got like 8, I think.
Wow.
I'll be right back. I'll show you something else cool that I got. Hold on.
All right.
Hank, let them all know we've paid more. Me and you have paid more taxes to the government. We could likely employ 1% of them, anyways.
Oh, more than that.
If we go by percentage of tax, I think I'm the winner here.
Yeah, you likely are.
Yep, I am.
I wanted to find out what percentage of the Ontario population is employed by the government. It's 20.4% of our working class are government employees.
Wow.
Yeah,
About to go higher because in the wisdom of the Liberals, they've had so much fight back over this carbon tax they issued on us Canadians that they're giving out rebates now. So they're going to open up a whole new division to rebate people for what they're taxing them for. Isn't that amazing?
I think they learned that from the Danes.
Hey, question. A guy just texted me, one of my customers. I got a Honda lawnmower and hold on a minute. Honda lawnmower and the drive wheel don't drive.
Sounds like clutches in there.
Well, it's
Hold on. Spell this, Kenny. Bring it over.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's weird 'cause I don't know if it blew a
Not a
bell.
mind reader.
Blew a bell. What the hell's he talking about? I don't know.
Yeah, it could be the belt.
Oh,
Could be the
belt.
tranny.
Belt. Okay. it
Could
said
be the,
blew, he said bell.
could be
He
the
must have been talking.
Could be
to
the gears on the inside of the wheel worn
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
It could be a $20 repair, or it can be a $200 repair.
Yeah, but you
Bring
know
it
what? I've
over.
got like 4 or 5 things I got to finish first. And everybody
well.
like calling me. You know, Christmas week, I'm off except for one day.
So
off.
Kenny, here's a workaround for you.
What?
If you're too busy to get it done,
Yeah.
there's a fella who lives about 45 minutes from you who don't do nothing all day long.
Hank.
Just take it to his lazy ass.
No. Well, what I could do is when I bring him his lathe, I could bring that Honda mower up. We could do another video, like we did with the vacuum when we did that. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that one, Hank? We effed up. What?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, keychains.
All right.
They're cool.
All righty. All
Oh,
right.
very nice.
Now,
Chris-
was that a promotion, Brock?
Yeah, Christmas presents.
Christmas presents.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Sorry about that. I had to get close to see that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, I had sticker meal.
Oh yeah.
Wayne told me about sticker meal, and I got the stickers and that. The stickers are coming on Monday, but I got those first before the stickers.
Nice.
Yeah.
You were talking about Honda mowers. I bought one brand new about 5 years ago. I got an HRX series, and
There you go.
I thank the Lord it still had 190 on it because they had issued hams in the 200s.
Hey Mick, what's a Christmas cracker?
Hey,
You pull the 2 ends and it snaps.
Oh, really?
yeah,
I would think.
But
It's a
Brett,
little
Brett,
it's what you
the
have on the
cams-
table,
the
and you pull it. You get a little tiny silly hat in there, a little tiny silly joke, and a little tiny
Yeah.
silly toy. But they've got this strip.
Yeah.
It's about 12 inches long, a little bit of paper, and it's got a little tiny sparkle in there. It just goes pop. But they're classified as a firework in the UK because we're all stupid and we can't use Christmas crackers without health and safety.
Sorry
Oh
about
yeah, here
that.
we go.
It's probably because somebody tried to pull it with his teeth
Yeah.
and
Interesting.
lost. No, Brett. If you got the 200 with that camshaft issue, that's a warranty repair.
No, I don't have a 200. Mine still has a 190.
Yeah. Good for you. Good for you. I had the same on the HIX.
I got an HRX 217 HYA, and it's
Yeah.
I think it's a K5, so it'd be like a 2018 model.
Yeah.
When I bought it, the dealer still had a bunch of them in stock. He didn't have the new ones in. I figured, well, I did
Now
that.
it's the time.
Kind of
Yeah.
glad I did. I've worked on a few of the 200s. I do like the fact they went back to their roots as far as the way you take the carburetor off. But
Yeah. Who's typing with a sledgehammer?
Mick.
either that or it's the cat over there doing something.
He's
Yeah.
got the mitts.
No, but yeah, I got the 190 as well, but it's from 2014, I think. 16 maybe 18. But
What do you think of?
it runs great. I mean, it's a one-pull wonder.
Mine usually takes 2, depending on how cold it is outside. Summertime
Yeah.
is cold.
Mine. I mean, here it's between, I don't know, 50 and 80. When I started, it's a one-pull wonder. It really is. Always have been.
Well, I've got that, and I just acquired a Toro Time Master from one of the first gen Time Masters.
Ooh,
The good ones.
yeah, they are the good ones, but that's got the Intec on it, right?
I don't know if it's an Intec. It's just 8.5. They call it 8.75. It's the 196cc Briggs.
Yeah, that's the one with the it's an overhead, but it's got the carburetor on the side.
Yep, got a
Yep.
metal like a Walbro type carburetor, not
Yeah,
plastic.
yeah, those are bitch to pull. I mean, they require so much arm strength to. But
There's no releasing in that one.
Don't be a wimp.
no.
You said
No,
it.
no,
No, you want hard to pull over.
I'm 74 years old.
Blah blah blah. I'm thinking I don't have a problem, but little Miss Daisy down the road, she might have. You know. Well, with my Honda, it's a 2-finger. First start of the season, and it starts.
Yeah, the Honda doesn't offer you a lot of fight when you're trying to crank.
No.
That's what you like.
But the Intec / the 875, it requires a strong arm to start. It really does.
I don't know what they call that because I've seen that very same motor on. I've seen that on a few power washers, and I've seen that on a few of the upper
Yeah.
end
Yeah.
Troy built.
I think
Mower.
it's got something to do with when you pull it, the distance from the carburetor, that it has to require so much vacuum to pull the fuel in that it takes. I mean, and it's. I mean, I think Mick, you had a video on one of those, and they can be a bitch to pull. They really can.
I guess they revamped that here over the last couple of years. They put a 223cc engine on it now. They went away from that 196.
But that's the Chinese-made one, right?
What's that?
That's the Chinese-made one.
I think it's a Briggs.
Yeah, but yeah, but it's Briggs
China, Briggs China.
Yeah.
China.
Yeah.
In other words, it's a Chonda.
Yes. I mean, legally it's still a Briggs, but it's not made in Wisconsin for sure.
Kind of like the Kohler Discourage.
Exactly. Discouraged, yes.
That's a good one.
I've dealt with a few of the XT series Kohler Discourages, as I call them, and especially the first gen of them with that vacuum operated choke relief.
Yeah.
Pain in the butt.
Conquer.
Hey, Top Conqueror.
Hey, Conquer has defrosted. And
Yeah, all you gotta do is
fine.
pay those bills, Conquer, and the heat will
Yeah.
come on.
yeah, if you
Thank you,
yeah,
thank you,
exactly.
Stephen.
Come on up, Phil. Say hey.
Yeah, come on,
Yeah.
Phil.
Hey, Phil, I know somebody in your neighborhood come and help you.
Sid got him back real quick.
Hank, you just carry on, buddy. You just carry on. You carry on.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because
Yeah,
Connecticut
right.
is not
Charlie
that far away,
this
buddy.
stuff. I
It
don't
ain't
know.
that far away. I've got the kudos, I've got the balls, and I've got the minerals. Come over and see
Mick,
your old boy.
Mick,
Don't you worry
Mick,
about that.
Mick, Hank and I actually have a plan. We'll fill you in sometime shortly on this. We've been working on a plan.
Yeah, I have heard that. Someone did tell me about.
Yeah.
Someone did tell me about nipping over to America for a lunchtime meetup.
Yes.
2-day lunch.
Come on by.
No, come on up.
Yeah, but then we should
I'm-
stay
I'm-
for.
I'm
Stay
not
for a
that
couple
far
of
away
days.
from Ken.
See, get on the scooter, full throttle.
I say we
2
go
days
to
later,
Atlantic
we're there.
City. Yeah, Atlantic City.
There you go, Atlantic City.
We can go Atlantic City. I
Well,
don't
if
care.
anybody's coming down near, they're going to have to be along the Ohio River.
I'm in Michigan.
Well, see, it's all a question of getting on a plane and get there.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fun. There'll be alcohol involved, and it'll.
Yikes. John, sorry to hear that. Hey, Phil.
Hi guys, how we doing?
How you
Good,
been?
good.
Phil?
How you doing?
Hey, Phil.
Longer.
A little chilly.
Okay, where's Phil? Which
Where's the diesel heater?
Honest to
Are
God,
you-
we've not had heating. Do you like
oh,
this?
there's Phil.
If at first you don't.
Nice.
Bill, instead of going on all them cruises, you just got to pay your heating bill.
Honest to God, guys, you would not believe the hassle we've had. Hang on, there's a light on here. You would not believe the hassle we've had with this central heating. 5 days now without anything at all. And anyway, tonight the plumber turned up again. Oh, what's going on here? Hang on. There we go. He finally turned up. He said, well, let's try a new pump. A funny old thing, it worked.
A new pub?
Pump.
Yeah, pump guy.
Oh,
Hang on,
oh,
mate. Let's just turn you on.
Oh, I
he's
thought
got
he
a
meant
boiler.
like a bar, like a pub.
I thought he went to go to a bar and get a bite
Yeah,
to eat.
that's
or
what I
something.
thought.
Honest to God, I've been frozen my doodads off for the last
It
5 days.
sounds like you're already trying a new pub.
Honest to God, it's so bloody cold. Anyway, it's running now. I put my hands on the radiator because I burnt my bloody finger, haven't I?
Oh.
Whatever, it's running. Mrs. H is more than delighted. She's gone off tonight for dinner.
Okay.
So left me here on my own. So I've cooked the curry, and then in the next where are we?
What's up, Casey?
5 minutes, I'm going to have a curry. I'm
Good.
looking forward to it. I hope you're all well. I hope you're keeping well.
Yeah.
I watched your video, Mick, in the rain with you and Pete.
Yeah. He said, come round on Sunday, mate. The weather's going to be better Sunday. Pissed down for
Yeah.
about 4 hours solid. And at the beginning of the video, he said, I've got cake and bacon. Bugger if I see it. I think the pigs will run around the front garden. He didn't
I
kill it
think you
yet.
need to.
Oh,
teach,
he didn't give you anything?
Yeah, nothing.
I think you ought to teach Pete on how to put one sentence together without using the F word.
Oh.
Well, he brought you some tea.
By the time I got it, it was bloody cold.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
I don't know.
So,
you reached in his
There we
pocket.
go. There we are. We're yeah. We've got. I don't know why I even got my jacket on now. It's warm in here. It's got to be a habit wearing a jacket.
You should have said, Conk, if your heating's packed up, why did you come down here? You could have brought Annie down and sat outside the front room there and seen how warm it was inside here. It's been really warm here.
Oh, hang on. Look at that. I found one. There is one. There, look. Yeah. Do you like it? Seriously.
You didn't go skydiving.
Do you know why blind men don't go skydiving?
No.
It frightens their dogs.
Did you go skydiving?
Why would you jump out of a perfectly good aeroplane if it's flying? Stay in the damn thing.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. Well, I'm there with you.
My great friend of years and years ago, he did it once for his 40th birthday, and I still don't think his sphincter muscles ever recovered.
Apparently, Conker, you stand more chance of being killed going on a cruise ship. I heard.
Yeah.
Not true, mate. We're away again in what's the date today? 16. That's 15, 16, 17 days. We're away again.
That's
Did you
why I
buy
said
a cruise ship or you just buy stocks in them?
Hey, Conker,
We can't wait to go. It's get out of the way of this horrible, wet, cold, miserable weather.
yeah, but Phil, is this the Madeira trip, or did you already take that?
Yeah, we're going down to Madeira. Yeah, Madeira. We're going.
I like going on cruises, but I always, end up gaining a bunch of weight when I'm getting back. It's just too much.
There you go.
Yeah, and your liver count sucks, but it's not fun.
Klaus, look at the question.
Articulating.
Don't ask me.
Yeah, you're articulating the ones you've been working on. The
Yeah,
ones
gotta
that-
be like that.
Yeah, the ones that go like this. Ding, ding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's easy. 4 bolts.
Yeah.
Actually 6 because there's the exhaust as well. So yeah, 4 bolts.
Yeah. Klaus did a few videos on those. The ones with the front decks and all that crap, right?
Oh yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah. What'd you say, Klaus? About $4,000 US?
Yeah, a little more than that, but yeah.
For what, the engine?
4 grand, yeah. No,
That SV 540 we want here is, I think, around 15 and change.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're expensive here.
That's the one that you can put a bunch of attachments on, right?
Huh?
You can put a bunch of attachments on it too, right?
Ian, how you doing, Ian?
some of them, the bigger ones, yes.
Basically,
You can put snowblowers,
I use a
tweezers,
muffler
but
chisel.
the smaller ones, that's for cutting only.
Yeah, what's going
Yeah, you
on?
might see a message go through there, Mick.
Merry Christmas, Ian.
Christmas, Ian.
Merry Christmas, Ian.
Yeah, happy Christmas, Ian. Yeah, all the best. Right, I'm gonna come out and then come back. Oh, there goes me. Hear it? That's me curry. I'll come back later on, guys. All right.
Your curry is calling
Yeah.
you?
My curry is calling me. All the best.
Okay,
So, bye-bye.
What do I do?
You felt.
How do I turn it off?
Oh.
Oh, there
I
you go.
tell you. He never ceases to amaze me, that man. Never.
Well, I gotta go too. I gotta spend some time with the kids. Yeah.
Okay,
Sounds
Brock.
like a good plan,
Take
Brock.
care, buddy.
Bye-bye, guys.
Take care.
Take
Yeah,
care.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas to you too.
What happened to Stella? She just went blank and
I need
She probably went to
all your addresses, by the way. So
If you just put down Buckingham Palace, I'll get it eventually.
yeah.
Brock, you got an email on your webpage on your.
Is there an
YouTube
email on
channel?
yours?
Yeah.
One coming up.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
I want to send you a sticker, so I got to get your email,
Okay, sure enough.
your
Yeah.
address.
Bye-bye now, guys.
Take care. Brock.
Take care,
Hi,
Brock.
that potato.
If one of my there's one of my subs on here. I don't know if he's on the chat or he always comments. Rick Brorman. He always comments on my videos. Rick, if you're watching or if you watch later, forward me your address again. I found an envelope that had your name on it, but it didn't have an address on it, and I want to send you stickers. And it's about a year old, and I don't know why I missed it. But Rick Broman, if you're out there, send me your address. Okay, right here to my email. Send it to me, and I will get you some stickers. Boom.
So basically, if you want to go and visit the Conqueror, you got to make an appointment because he's always gone on a cruise, eh?
Yeah.
Just
about it, yeah.
just do what I do. Go to his house and kick his door in. That's what I do. If he's not there, he's not there. It's as simple as that.
He already
To be
left.
fair,
Yeah.
not yet.
not
Yeah,
in
he'll
hurry.
be back.
There, she's back.
But you got to admit though, Mick, when he came down, he brought you pasties, right?
Yeah.
Look, I'll
Pasties are
tell you, right?
different.
I'll tell you, Conker, despite his antics, he's got an absolute heart of gold, and I believe if he was a bit younger, he would do anything for you. It's as simple as that. But so I've got all the time in the world for someone like Conker or Pete. I'll always try and help them out if I can. But it's just for the sheer madness.
Yeah. But then my favorite though, Mick, was when you guys did the outtakes. Oh my God, I was
Mate,
done.
you should have seen the outtakes that we couldn't put on YouTube for legal reasons or threat of having my channel closed down.
Yeah.
It's as
Right,
simple as
for
that.
all all the F bombs?
Oh, but
Oh,
just watching them together, just oh my God, that was
Oh,
hilarious.
he's one funny man. I mean, the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life is because Conker has a disability, which isn't funny, right? It's not funny. But he was walking down my garden one day, and he hadn't realised Riley was behind him, and of course Riley has no filters. The filters don't exist with Riley. So there's Conker limping down the garden. I look round, and there's Riley boy limping behind him.
Limping right behind him?
I said, Conker, have a look. He went, piss taking bastard. Do you know what I mean? There's Riley boy. If I left it on the video, it would have been gold, but I couldn't leave it on there. But, no, he's got an absolute heart of gold. Heart of gold.
Yeah, Cagger said to me one day, he goes, "I have a disability." I said, "Phil, there's nothing wrong with two penises. It's all right."
No. Well, the only problem is, Ken, is one of them is on his head, so but it's not. It's a disadvantage.
He's got him coming and
He's got
going.
here right there.
Oh,
it's at the back. You can't see it.
Are you sure that coming was the appropriate word to use in that sentence?
That's why. That's why you'll never hear Conker say no, because it always smacks him upside the ear rolls.
Yeah.
But I think you find that a lot in lots of communities, especially the small engine community. You know, everyone's willing to help each other out, send a spare part or send a link to help out or do something. You know, it's a good community, man. It's a good community.
Yeah. No, we have fun. We do. And the thing is, we're there for each other, good and bad, which is nice.
It's not like the scrapping community where they just collect their own stuff and don't want to share it. You know, the scrapping community.
Scrapping? What? What did you say? What?
Tight asses. Oh, hi, Ian. They're just generally tight asses, you know. But, the small engine guys, they're good. They're good guys.
Yeah.
I like.
Isn't Ian supposed to send you something already for the past 3-4 years?
Ian was supposed to send me a recoil. Oh, I don't know now. I think it was about 25 years ago. In fact, I think Ian was like 25 years old when he said he was going to send it to me, and it never did make it.
One day, Mick.
No, Mike. He's calling him Mike now. Mike.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mike's Mowers. There you go.
Yeah.
So, Mick, no Christmas stream this year, huh?
Say again, buddy.
No Christmas stream this year.
No, not this. Do you know what? I asked around a little bit, but I think the live streaming thing is done to a certain degree, especially
That's
with
right.
having.
This one is just shit, man. You know.
Thank you.
No, it's not quite what I'm saying, Estelle. I mean, even some of the bigger channels, I think they struggle. But I've done what I've done free Christmas live streams, and each year, pound for pound, they've gone down in numbers. So you know, and it's a lot of hard work to get all those.
It is a
people
lot
together.
of work.
It's a lot of hard work, and you know, to sit on a stream for 3 hours, it would be more of an advantage, I suppose, if I was in the same time zone as some of you guys. That would be a bit easier, because being in the UK is a bit harder as well. But you know, it's what it is. It's what it is. So I tried. We had a good laugh whilst it was there, and I know the Grass Rats boys. They're very busy, very busy. Musty One has declined last year, so that's sort of gone.
I think anyone with a real shop has a commitment to that part of their life, and you know the rest of it is just gravy on our end. So you know, I don't have that commitment.
Yeah, exactly that. It's what it is. You know, it's just It was done. I think the first year we ever did it, where we had all those lads and lasses up there, it was a really good stream. We had a right good blast, and it was
Absolutely.
good. But I suppose all good things must come to an end, I suppose.
Yeah. The first one was great because it was like getting to meet somebody that you knew for years but never really talked to them, and you
And
were
then-
able to ask them.
And then you got to know them, and
Yeah.
Just
I'm sorry.
And then you got to know him, and it was like unsubscribe.
Yeah. No. The reason I was asking, Mick, it wasn't to put you in the spot or anything. It was because people have been asking me, is Mick going to do his Christmas tree?
I know, me too. Yeah.
And I told them I don't think so, but I'll ask.
Yeah.
One in
Yeah,
Danish would be good.
I have nothing planned at all for Christmas whatsoever. Because of a kitchen renovation we just had, and there's still a lot more work to be done inside the house. So as always, my family, wife and kids will always come first. So
I mean, I'll be here the 23rd. I'll be here. So if anyone wants to dress up and come up, and...
in fact, my entire Christmas this year, Kenny, is actually a bit of a low one because Mrs. P's working pretty much most of it in the hospital, so she won't be here.
Mhm.
Ethan's working in the police force; he won't be here. Josh is working bank holiday. Brandon won't be here. So pretty much it's gonna be me, Nan, and Riley this year. So it's one of the quieter years that we always have. Every it goes around, comes around.
That's a quality crew right there.
Well, it's great for me because I can just get Riley just a big bag of roasted peanuts, big box of chocolate. He go upstairs, eat that. I'll have a TV, feet up. I've got the dog. I'm happy.
I think
Yeah.
you should get on, Mick. Give Nana a bottle of Bailey's, and let's see what happens.
She's been on the she's been on the Baileys already. She's had 2 glasses of Baileys tonight already. She's already pissed in the bed and dancing around the room doing TikToks.
What was that thing, Mick? What was that thing years ago that Martin sent you with all the liquor? Remember, you guys were like going crazy with it. What was that?
What was that?
Didn't Martin send you like little bottles of liquor or some chocolate bottles with liquor?
He sent me a box of
It was
chocolate
It was
liqueurs.
an advent
They were good,
calendar,
they were.
right?
No, we did a calendar, but he sent a box of about 20 or 40 chocolate liqueurs. They had Jim Beam and brandies and whiskies and
Yeah,
they're
Mrs.
very
P
good.
opened it up and half of it was gone.
I hate those. You have to bite them, spit the chocolate out, go, and then throw it and get another one. I mean, it's just. I mean,
Was that was the year we discovered on Mick's wish list and other ones you could put Bailey's.
Yeah. Also, just to add, my wish list is still active. If anyone wants to send me anything over Christmas, it's still there. I mean, feel free to look at it.
May, anything special going on with Smith McGuinness this year, like you do?
No, the charity's been hit really hard, Kenny, really hard, and we actually had to be a bit diverse in the way in which we run it, and we had to really scale back the way in which we run the charity through fears of having to close it. So we're running now back on a voluntary basis with no paid staff.
Mm-hmm.
It's only since COVID, since all that sort of stuff and all the other bits and pieces going around the world, all the big commercial grants just are not available. So yeah, we've had to.
I was just wondering if maybe you wanted to do some type of a fun stream a few times.
Well, I actually have a Cobra lawnmower in the shed, which has only got about half an hour on it, which was given to me free of charge from Cobra. And
what's that like? Going to be like a raffle or something?
Yeah, I'm looking at. Cobra gave it to me to give away. I've done a video on it, just an unboxing, and I'll get it out the shed this spring. And I might just raffle it off. I don't know, £10 a ticket, something like that. £10 ticket, get a free lawnmower. So I might.
No,
do
that's
that
a cylinder mower, right? Cylinder mower.
No, it's a rotary.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's a rotary 4-in-1, 3-in-1 bagger mulcher side discharge.
Nice.
So I might do a £10 a ticket. It's got to be worth 20 quid. And if you buy 2 tickets, it's got to be worth 20 quid.
Hey, whatever happened to your robot mower?
That's still here. I still got it. It's great.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I've got someone else wants to send me another one. It doesn't. I think actually Klaus did a video on one last week. Klaus, 2 weeks ago, you had a little mower with a side the cutting deck was more to one side. I think you changed the blades on
Yes,
it. I think.
yes.
Yeah. Someone wants to send me pretty much the same mower as that. I'm not overly interested in it because there's so many coming out of China like that.
Unbelievable.
I would much rather do one that is a little bit different. There's so many of these little free-wheeled systems that are coming out, and
But I mean,
the reason
they're all made in China. The trick is that you have a service organization in whatever country you're in, because if these things break or they need parts or diagnostics, whatever, if it's a Wuhan Model 101, you're screwed if it breaks.
I think that's the reason, Klaus. I decided to go with the Luba Momotion robot mower because it is just different. It's a 4-wheel drive, all-terrain, twin deck robotic lawnmower, and at the time of its release, there was nothing. And I don't think there is anything else really on the market like it. And that they were one of the first to come out with the RTK as well, instead of having a wire barrier fencing system. And I've got to say, apart from the only downside to it is because it's quite a new system, what was definitely last year, the updates on the app were every half an hour. Literally, they were coming in so thick and fast. And every time I went out to use it, I had to update the app, had to update the software on the machine, reboot it. And I spent loads of time doing that. Whereas I'm hoping this year it will be a little bit less of that. But I've got to say, you know, I can sit on my train at night time, hit the button, boom, and away it goes. It's off. Time I get up in the morning, the grass will cut.
17.
All
the updates for iOS 17. Well, that's not lawnmower. That's Apple's mobile stuff.
Yeah, it's just, you have to run the lawnmower via the app. So of course, every time that I think what they had initially was the lawnmower would go up and down the garden, right? And then they decided they'd have it to rotate in a clockwise position, so that every time it cut your lawn, it would cut at a slightly different angle. And then they updated the software, so instead of a machine doing forwards and backwards shunts, it would actually more rotate, and the differentials on the gears would kick in, so it was more of a curve, so it didn't kick the grass up. And they've done lots of updates on it. It's a good machine. I do endorse it, despite the fact I'm not being paid to say so. It is a good little fit for what I need. If you want to have a barbecue or something, you know, the next day, you can just hit the button and go and mow the grass, and it's done. You just haven't got to do it. But does it do a good quality job? No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. But it gets the grass down. It manages it, and then you can go with your cylinder mower or whatever you want to do.
What motor's on that Cobra you were talking about?
I think that's got a Honda. It's either got a Honda on it or it's got a Chonda. I can't remember. It may be a Honda, I think.
I got a Honda GX on my Power Washer. I love it.
Cobra are not a bad, not an overly bad company. All the stuff is coming out of China. All the stuff is built in China, but there is a UK-based company, which is up in Northamptonshire, which will facilitate in any problem. So, but we're seeing that a lot more. So much more stuff is coming out of China. I was actually talking to a fella over at Saltex this year. He owns a company called Kramer, which I've never heard of. Now, he's saying to me that there's a difference between North and South China in quality. Everything in Northern China coming out is poor, but stuff coming out in Southern China is better quality. And I said, where do you live? Southern China by any chance? He said, yes. It might just be that. But some of the stuff that Kramer are releasing, they've got a twin deck, 42-inch rotary mower with a roller on the back, big 120-litre grass bagger, 4 batteries. You can get a whole setup for like $3,000. It's a big commercial machine. It is a big machine. And they got a UK help desk which will go through your customer services with you. So what's there not to like about it?
It's battery operated.
Yes, it's battery operated, you know, and that's a way we're currently being forced to go. I don't think that's going to be the way forward. I don't believe that at all. Looking at some of the events that have been happening with lots of battery equipment, I don't think battery power is the way forward.
Not going
going
to go
that way.
Well,
I don't think.
it has a learning curve, and it's in its infancy right now. It's not it's not ready for prime time. It will be, but not now.
Well, it fits perfectly for all the people that are in those townhouses that got 10 feet of grass by 10 feet of grass in the front yard and 20 feet by 20 feet in the backyard, and they don't have any grass to cut.
Perfect. Right.
Yeah, perfect for them.
Yeah, you saw what happened at the thing with the DeWalt booth. You saw that
with the fire.
One of the first things Klaus said to me was when I got the Luba, he said, "Make sure you don't put that thing anywhere near your house." That's the first thing he said. You know, because you stick it on charge and it's got its own little tiny box that sits in and keeps out the rain, and it flashes green there, lovely. But you know, you don't know if it's going to overheat or set fire to anything, so it's stuck out the way. Because I don't trust it. I mean, how much of this stuff is coming out of China? You see these guys doing reviews on hand chainsaws and this, that, and the other, and you know all
Mark,
that sort of
stuff. Talking about battery stuff, no, I don't think so.
You know what I mean? But they change their design every 3 months. So within 3 months, you can't get the parts anyway. So, but I think battery power does have its place.
No, but I mean, why do we all like an old Briggs and Stratton engine?
Because
I got a 1963 Honda Eclipse that's still running.
Because we can get parts for it.
Yeah,
we can get parts for it. It's easy to fix. There's no mystery to it. There's no like special wiring or safety switches or that sort of thing.
It could be the best engine in the world, the easiest one to work with, the stuff we all like. If you can't get parts for it, it's screwed.
Yeah,
I just watched this American guy. I think it may have been on TikTok. So take that as you will. But he bought a battery powered car. I think it began with a Q. I'm not quite sure. It began with a Q, and he paid like £30,000 for this car. And he's had it. He's done just over 100,000 miles on the clock, and the car is in immaculate condition. He looked after its garage and all the rest of it, but he said it broke down, and they're telling him it needs to have a new battery pack, whatever that is, whatever it looks like. You know, it's in the back of a car. It's a battery pack and motor combi unit, and because it's over 100, just over 100,000, 115,000 miles or something like that, or 100,015 miles. So he's 15 miles over, right? And that unit is going to cost him the pricey sum of $15,000.
Yep.
Yeah, get that.
That's about half.
Wow.
You know, so he's now talking to the dealership to see if they can do something, and they're just saying, "Nah, sorry, it's out of warranty. Can't touch it. This is all on you." So he's got a nice car, looks good, does everything it should do, other than you can't charge the blinking thing, and it's $15,000 to replace it.
That's why I say
that is insane. Absolutely insane.
All these new cars will never become classics. Never.
But that's where we are, right? I noticed at Saltex they were doing a lot this year with regards to battery power units, where you have a petrol mower. Let's say you have a Stiga, self-propelled 21-inch mower. They will do a battery power unit. You take your mower in for service. They take the engine off. They put this power unit on. They change your handlebar assembly slightly, and away you go. You now have a battery powered unit, which sounds great, right? Especially when you're right at the era where people like us don't have any more petrol lawnmowers in the shed ready for sale. You've got an old Briggs and Stratton flathead there on a Mountfield mower, something like that, and you decide to change it over to a nice power unit, a battery powered unit, but you're going to do it for the price of somewhere 1,500 to £2,000 is the setup for the power unit, the
It's
batteries,
crazy.
the charging. Who's going to spend £2,000
Dumbasses.
on
Yeah.
a mower that's already 15 years old? You just
Yeah,
wouldn't do it.
but you see the problem, Mick, is that people aren't presented with the longevity and the look, because people only want shit now, okay, and they have a problem to solve now, and they're not looking towards the future, and they don't do any research on these batteries, gotta replace them, battery life, battery maintenance. Nobody looks at that.
I had a.
I tell you
what. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Mick.
I tell you what I'm looking at doing, which I've seen coming out of China recently, is they're also doing a relative simple swap where you can change your petrol-powered lawnmower engine for a 1-horse diesel-powered engine, which will fire on a rotary lawnmower. So I was thinking maybe having a Chinese diesel engine powering instead of a petrol engine, you may get a bit more pound for your buck without having a diesel engine on it.
Yeah.
Well, I
had a
think
guy-
diesel engines are like voodoo to a lot of people. They're like, ooh,
100%, 100%.
I had a guy
Especially all
come.
the greeners.
I had a guy come in this spring with a Stiga. Stiga is GGP product. It's like Mountfield.
Yeah.
And a couple of other brands. I can't remember. Doesn't matter. Battery powered regular push mower. With self-propel push mower. And his problem was that when he put it into charge, it wouldn't charge. So one day at the shop, normally I'm only open per agreement, but the guy just showed up and said, "Hey, I got this lawnmower. Can you fix it?" And I just looked at him and said, "You know what? I wish I could."
Right.
And he says, "So what do?" I said, "You take it to a Stiga dealer." Okay, what's going to happen? They're going to tell you that your machine is dead. And then they want to make you buy another one. And he said, "That's good because it's only 2 years old." I said, "Join the club."
Right.
Pretty dog you got there, Mick.
I'm getting
If
beat up at the moment.
if you buy one of those electric machines in a brand and a price level that is below top tier, you're screwed
Yeah.
big time.
What are they going to do with all the ones at the end of 2023 that they didn't sell? And there's a lot of them. Tons
Yeah,
of them.
I mean, you have all the Chinese ones. You have all the low tier semi brand names. They're screwed.
Yeah.
It's going to be the most expensive lawn they've ever mowed. It's going to be even more expensive than a robotic mower.
But we're saving the planet.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. Yes.
Well,
No, we're not.
We think
We're saving-
the planet.
we're-
What we're doing
saving-
is. Sorry, Mick.
We're saving the planet all the time. We're not advertising them poor little African children digging up all that lithium out of the mines.
Yeah.
All the time we don't. All the time we don't show those lithium mines. We'll be
You know what?
okay.
You know what? I'm going to take the words of Bruce Pender because he says every mower I save, I may put work in it. I may put time in it. I may put parts in it. It may be costly. It may be expensive. But the amount of energy required to make a new one, it doesn't matter if it's made in Wuhan or if it's made in Italy or wherever. It's still cheaper.
We're
for
saving the
environment.
planet. We're saving the
You're-
planet, Klaus.
Bruce is saving more for the planet than the idiots that goes and buy an electric mower.
Yeah.
I've got to
Answer
agree
me.
with you, Klaus. I've got to agree with you. I've got
And as
to
Art
agree. You know,
says, he's keeping them out of the dump.
and the problem is, Klaus, is it's the old age problem as usual. Is that the guys and girls like Wayne was saying, who has these small back gardens, small front gardens, who are going to go and buy these machines, they're not buying the high grade machine. They're buying the low grade home. What's name Mart and all that. What dollar store, what have you. They're buying them out of there where they don't cost a lot of money to purchase.
No.
They might come
It's
with a
same
year's
thing.
warranty.
I mean, if you
know,
go to a store, but it's same thing if you go to the store and they have those $15, $18 angle grinders.
Yeah.
You seen those? Why do you buy? Why do you buy those? That's the worst thing you can do to the planet, ever.
Yeah, my dad, I bought him a new hedge trimmer some years ago now, because the one he had, he said the bars were a bit sticky on them, what have you, I think the blades, and he pulled it out, and it was an old Bosch hedge trimmer. I just threw it straight in the bin, and I give him a nice HS45 petrol one, and he said, "But there's nothing wrong with my old one apart from the blades." I said, "Well, try and get new blades for that, Pop, because it's not going to happen." He said, "What? I've only had it about 3 months." I said, "It's no good. It's done. It's finished with."
Yeah.
You know,
I've got one of those myself, Mick. One of those HS45s.
yeah, they're good.
So do I.
For what they are, but they're not a commercial unit, but they sure as hell are cheap enough with the warranty to run as a commercial unit. That's the advantage.
I mean, I have guys.
I don't know. I know
guys. I have
about more than that.
I have an HS45 that was run as a commercial unit for 6 years.
Yeah.
Then I got it. I restored it. The only thing I didn't restore was the cylinder, piston, and piston rings. Everything else, everything that could be replaced was replaced.
I've seen so many Klaus, so many come in, and I find the biggest problem I find with them is the gearboxes.
Yeah.
Tend to the components tend to wear quite a lot, but you can overhaul that for about, I don't know, somewhere within the 90 to sort of 140 pound, complete set. You overhaul that gearbox, and the engine's good.
And why is the gearbox bad? Because they didn't lubricate it.
Yeah, 100%. And there is also the fact they're putting on as many hours on a hedge trimmer they put on in a week that you may put on in a year as a home user. But like I say, still do that machine for what, 220, 240 pound over here. 2-year warranty. You can beat that up all year round on jobs that you're getting paid like £500-600 a day for, and then throw it in and get a new unit. Yeah,
the one I got was used commercially, but the guy who used it lubricated it. So, and when you look in the gearbox, everything that isn't gray metal color, which is blue, black, it means lack of lubrication. And there was none of those spots. It was just pure wear. 6 years, HS45, been cutting hedges in season, 8 days a week, you know?
Yeah.
And the thing was worn down. The only thing that wasn't worn was the cylinder and the piston.
Yeah, they're not a bad unit.
No, they are. I mean, and that's what I'm saying is, if you want to save the planet, stop talking about fuel or whatever drives them. Talk about quality. Because the cost of making
is something like the HS45. It's a little bit top heavy. It's a little bit ratty. It's not the most comfortable of machines to operate for a certain amount of time. But like I say, it's durable. It does the job.
Yeah, but it's but I mean, if we were to buy quality over, I don't know, we got the low, the mid, the high. If we would stay away from the low, get the mid and the high, I mean, the net calculation on how we impact the planet would be much less. I mean, think about it. If you got if you got a Briggs & Stratton 190 quantum engine, right? About one of the dirtiest 4-stroke engines you can ever find.
Yeah.
But if you don't change your air filter at least once a year, it's going to be twice as dirty.
Okay, so if they really want to save the planet, why don't they ban plastic bottles and make you pay 10 cents for every bottle of anything you buy, including water? You got to take that back. If you don't, somebody will pick it up off the street and recycle it. And you get rid of all those bottles.
Wayne, they do that in some states. That California, they do that all the time, but very few other states do that.
We do that here.
We don't do that here.
Right.
we do.
California
We do.
does. We don't.
We tried to ban.
You call Trudeau and say, stop
Trudeau.
messing around.
Trudeau.
Trudeau. Yeah, he
Trudeau.
set himself a legacy of doubling everything.
Right.
I
Let
think
him
I think
double.
I think I think
Let
I
him
think the
double
answer
the
is
price of returns on used bottles.
I think the answer is, Klaus, is that the governments, they don't want you to recycle where you can make a difference. So if what I'm trying to say is, over here in the UK, there's certain amount of recycle centres where they got rows and rows of mowers, to me, it's just gold, it's just sat there, and you can't have them. You can't have them.
Why not?
You're not allowed to take them because they're going for recycle. But because the government don't want you to pull those machines out, say you get 50 machines and you make 40 out of 50, they don't want those old style machines back out in the open market. They want to push for the battery power.
Right. Well, the other problem too is it's become an inequity of cost, because it costs, they don't get enough money from the recycling. There's several communities near where I live that have just said, screw it. We're not going to recycle. We're just going to burn the stuff and run it through an ultra clean incinerator that like collects and the air scrubbers and whatnot.
Yeah,
and they reuse the energy to create, electrical energy.
Well, you know what? That's an option too. Don't get me wrong. It really is. But when we're talking about metal machines,
yes,
mowers, blowers, trimmers, whatever. I mean, how much energy can you save from getting those things to run? You take a carb kit and a seal here and half an hour.
Well, but I mean, Klaus, you got to think bigger than that. It's the cost to get it from the manufacturer to the distributor, from the distributor to the retailer, from the retailer to you. I mean, all this like carbon deposits, blah 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 blah. It's a huge amount.
I'm in cahoots with a Chinese company called Skill. And
called what? Skill. Yeah.
Yeah. It all comes out of China. It's good stuff. Don't get me wrong. But we were talking the other day, and we're saying, well, it's stupid. Whenever I want a rattle gun, I get it from China.
Right.
Maybe I should get it from Germany or Sweden or even here, Denmark, and get it closer.
Right.
But to be honest, if somebody set up shop to do rattle guns in the U.S., maybe South Carolina, how much do you think that would cost?
I don't know. I just bought a brand new little teeny tiny screwdriver, to help make it my life easier adjusting small carburetors. This is a channel lock made in the USA.
Yeah.
And it was like $5. And I got all this crap from somebody we know in Australia who's like, buy a steel one. No, it came from Germany and it's $10. I can buy this little guy for,
in the USA.
$4.95.
Right.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying is, but today, if you're going to get a rattle gun, battery operated, impact, made in the USA,
you're doomed. China.
You're doomed. Yeah,
I get it.
Nobody. I mean, think about the brands you guys have in your shops. Let's count them: DeWalt, Makita, Milwaukee, Skill,
Porter Cable. They're all well. The older stuff that I have that still works is made in Japan, but same thing, it just comes from some other, faraway place.
Yeah.
China built 80 coal-operated power facilities last year. They've already built 50 new ones operated by coal. They get all their coal. I think they're getting most of their coal from Australia.
Yeah.
Shipping it in. Canada only contributes to 5% of the global disaster that we've got.
Yeah.
China, what are they doing? Still polluting, more polluting, more polluting. If everybody stopped buying stuff that's
burn,
made
baby,
in China,
burn.
But still, I mean, they got people to heat, people to feed. I mean, it is what it is. But I'm thinking that if I'm going to do something personally, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to think about where my tool come from, because it comes from wherever it comes from.
yeah,
What I am going to do is I'm going to take really, really good care of it. I'm going to make it last 10 years rather than
Right.
5. And that being done, I have to buy a brand that will support my purchase, my brand.
Right.
And then if my impact all of a sudden goes, I'll buy a new motor, I'll buy a new gear, I'll put it in, and I'll use it for another 5 years.
Right.
That's what I want. I want to take care of the crap we have rather than just toss it and buy new stuff. So the $10 angle grinder, you will not catch me dead with one of them.
Well, I wish I could send you my old made in Japan angle grinder.
No, you shouldn't, because
An old
it still
Makita.
works.
I can't get it to run. It makes all the lights dim and buzz in my shop. I've replaced the I replaced the
Stella,
brushes, everything I can do.
you
Stella.
should put up a wish list, Stella.
No. I mean, I've already
No.
replaced it with a
Stella,
what I call a
Stella.
disposable,
Stella,
Stella
brush.
needs a grinder.
Well, I'll send you a link to a guy. I've been told he's Irish. He repairs handheld equipment,
Right.
battery, and this guy is a riot. He's good. And so maybe it's maybe your tool gets to the point where it's done.
Yeah, and it could be, because I've replaced the brushes. There's obviously something wrong with it. Obviously, I can't connect the dots, but I would love to keep it going if I could. It's a better machine.
No, but I mean, if the armature is bad, or if the stator is bad, I mean, maybe it's just dead, and that's perfectly fine. The issue is that people try to make their equipment run longer.
Well,
I mean,
I will say I got my money's worth out of it. I no complaints. It's still here.
No, I'm thinking that if you have a lawnmower, and if you would clean it once or twice a year, maybe oil up the deck,
right?
You would be providing more support to the climate.
Yeah.
Than the guy that only eats vegan shit.
Yeah.
Because no one has to make you a new lawnmower because you didn't take care of it.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people with many years that I've been doing. I've seen people that have had lawnmowers 20 or 30 years. You look at these things and they look like they're brand new.
Yeah.
And on the other end of the spectrum, I've seen people go out and buy top of the line Toros, Hondas, whatever it may, John Deere, have them 2 years, and then you get them and they look like they've been.
Yeah, they're done. They're done.
I think Arch just did a video on somebody threw out a self-propelled Toro, and all it needed was a cable. He fired it right up. It needed a drive cable.
Right.
Yep.
And the transmission was still good.
Front wheel drive.
Yeah.
but that's common, right? And I think half of the issue is that the governments have introduced this fantastic E10 fuel, which has really contributed to our success. But it really has given the members of the public a lot of thought as to what they're doing with the machines. I bought a new petrol mower last year. It's now not working. It needs another carburetor clean, blah, 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 blah. I'm buying battery. I'm buying a battery machine. I don't have to worry about it. It's all introduction to make sure that trying to push you towards it by this E10 fuel. I didn't think it would be as bad as what I've seen it this year. This year has been the worst year for me. I think we've had a lot of rain this year, and I've seen so much fuel issues, more so with the two-stroke stuff than actually the four-stroke stuff. A lot of the four-stroke stuff will run with an amount of water in the carburetor itself, but this year's been one of the years for me for just simply carburetor clean, in, out, done.
Yeah.
It's been a horrendous year.
Yeah. Well, horrendous for the customer, not for us.
Stuff.
Great.
Well, it's not. It is great in a way though, Wayne. But someone like yourself, you're not making big bucks on a machine coming in for a carburetor clean and out the door, are you?
No,
you're not making good money on that.
But we're selling the alkylate fuel now and saying, buy a can of this, and if it doesn't start in the spring and you do what we tell you to do with it, we guarantee it starts. And if it doesn't start, I'll come pick it up or get it going for you at no charge.
Yeah.
And we've sold cans and cans of it. Yeah. We're using the Kinetic.
That Aspen.
Yeah, Aspen.
I just used it today. I just used it first quart.
Now I've got a can that was manufactured in 2021 that I got to keep until 2027, and then I'll open it up. So look forward to this upcoming video, everybody, in 2027 to see if it's got longer than 5-year shelf life.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm going to put a preview. I'll get Jake to do one. Preview, upcoming video, 2027. That's good clickbait, eh?
I mean, that Aspen alone, if you run it, especially the Aspen 2, if you run it on the steel stuff, on the 50-to-1 mix, even if you have a machine that runs, I find it runs so much better on the Aspen 2. It just runs so much cleaner.
Absolutely.
So much cleaner.
Mick, you weren't on the last live. I fired up my two-stroke snowblower. It had the Kinetics in it, though, the two-stroke fuel, but alkylate.
Yeah.
And after 2.5 years, it fired up. Jake just got it out of storage. That's 3.5 years. We wanted to see if it would fire. It would not fire up after 2 primes and 2 pulls. So into the shop, drained the fuel out of the carburetor, or like out of the bowl, shut the bowl nut back off, went and give it 2 more primes, give it 1 pull, and the thing fired up. But it didn't seem like it was running tip-top. Like it wasn't missing. It was still running smooth, but it didn't seem like it had the RPM, the power. As I was adding another can of fresh fuel into it, you could hear the engine picking up just by adding another can of fresh stuff that I opened into the old stuff that was 3.5 years old. And then it smoothed right out and went to right where it's supposed to be. So the shit works.
Well, you have to admit that inside the carburetor is a very small, environment. Whereas once you clear that out, put in fresh fuel from the larger environment of the tank, it's going to be better.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
But isn't it, Stella? What's actually in the carburetor is actually exposed to more oxygen since that carburetor is vented.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the carburetor, but you're probably right. But the point being is you're talking about 1.5 ounces of fuel as opposed to a half a gallon or whatever is in your or 3 liters or whatever is in your tank.
Yeah, volume makes a difference on deterioration.
Right.
Now here's what I do. You can take this to the bank. This may be controversial. Like my Honda mower, and the pressure washer, it's completely drained. It's in the house. But the Honda mower has got a tank of high test gas treated with a stabilizer. But I actually have nothing in the carburetor. I took the little drain bolt out of the carburetor and ran it dry. And I'll pull that out next spring. 1 or 2 pulls, she's going to be off and running. I do the same with my generator. But I always tell people if they got something and they're going to leave it sit, be it a generator or whatever, I always tell them to use a good quality, high test fuel less chance of ethanol. I said, if it's going to sit, I always tell them once a month, pull the thing out, start it up, let it run 10 minutes. Keep that good stuff going through the system.
Every 3 months for me is my little generator sits out. Actually, I leave it outside now under a little, little tub. I need to do a video on it, I guess. But
you can't get people to change the oil once in a while. Never
No.
mind
Right.
start them up every month.
not non-ethanol, and I have a Google Calendar reminder every 3 months.
Go out and start generator.
Yeah, test the
That's why
generator. I
John.
run it for
That's
a
why
half hour.
John Deere. That's why John Deere came up with that great idea, leaving two full liters of old oil in the crankcase and their $80 quick oil change filter that went on there.
Yes, William, you are correct. Landscapers and those guys that are running their machines all the time, ethanol is not an issue. The ethanol becomes an issue when you let the machine sit for days and days and hours and months and weeks and whatever. So
I recommend people come to me now, Stella, to run the E5 because finding ethanol free over here is quite difficult now.
and it depends on where you live. I can still get ethanol free in all of where I am, but people in other states can't get it.
Yeah, you can't get it. You can't get it in a lot of places here now. But what I recommend is run the E5 and then around about September, October time, transfer over to the Aspen 4 or Aspen 2, and then run that for the last 2 months of the year. Takes you into December, and then it should be fine for next year. And then obviously, fresh E5 fuel goes back in again at the beginning of the year, and that seems to work quite well.
And Tommy, I agree with you. We're just kicking the can down the road, with the battery powered stuff and everything. It's like, and until you're generating that electricity to run this stuff and charge this stuff cleanly and efficiently, it's a waste of time. It's a lot of like, oh, I'm saving the planet. Well, no, you're not.
All the bans on fuel operated equipment will all, I guarantee, they're going to fall apart and they're going to delay them another 5 years. Then it'll be another 5, and they'll keep delaying. And what they've done is they've pushed the manufacturers into manufacturing battery operated lawnmowers, riding mowers, cultivators, whatever you got. They're even coming out with a battery operated pressure washer now. I haven't seen one yet.
Wayne, I agree 100% with you. It's a sham, in my opinion. I hate to say that, but sorry.
Government doesn't want the common people to have money. They don't want you to have guns. They don't want you to have any power. They don't want you to have anything until it's time to vote.
Right. Well,
I don't all the bullshit about
I don't want
what
to go
they're
down
going to
that path
promise
right
you.
now, but I agree with you on the ethanol part.
They don't want us to eat meat. They want us to all be vegetarians. I want steak.
Yeah, well, look what happened here several years ago. Somebody got in there, and because of that, they made McDonald's quit serving certain things in the Happy Meals or whatnot.
Personally, I blame the Danish.
Yeah, do that because they suck.
Blame the Danes.
All 5 million of them.
That's right. All 5. That's right. All 5 million of you guys. That's funny.
Well, all the
funny.
pollution's going to be coming from Iceland shortly.
It's actually funny because here, one of the arguments, because Danes tend to be a little bit in the forefront of saving.
Yeah, you do that.
And then people go, hey, guys, we're 5 million people, and we spend a lot of money on saving a little bit of electricity. Has anyone talked to the Chinese or the Americans?
No.
And
it's funny. It's funny you say that, Klaus, because William says, "Why don't you just blame Canada?"
William says, blame Canada.
To be fair, you can't blame Canada because they're too busy fighting amongst themselves anyway.
Yeah.
So you can't.
That's
blame
right.
Until our next government comes into power, Mick, then there's no more fighting.
How many people are in Canada, Wayne?
39 million now, I think.
See,
We can't even build.
And you have
Listen,
about
we-
a fifth of the world's resources in natural gas and coal, and so yeah, nobody.
And they're
wants to
hanging
go
on
there.
to that, and they should.
Did
don't
you hear
don't
about-
give that up, man.
Yeah,
Did you hear about the latest thing that the Canadian government wants to enact to get into this out of this housing crisis?
No.
No.
What?
Well, he wants to implement back during World War II when all the veterans were coming home from fighting in World War II, there wasn't enough housing. So what they did is they had a War Act agreement that they would subsidize housing and they would build these houses for all the veterans. So I think my dad, when he came back from the war, he actually got a grant, 7,000 or something, from the government to help him pay to have a house built. Well, they want to enact a War Act housing program right now. That's what they're talking about, to start building houses.
See, that's
We
the
built
problem.
more houses in 1972 than I think they've built since 1972. They can't have enough houses for the homeless, never mind the people that they want to bring into the country to grow our population. So the
But-
government
but Wayne,
really, in the long
but
run, when
Wayne.
you look at it, is the one that's contributed to homelessness.
Yeah, but Wayne, have you ever considered that the problems your government is facing is all because you are extremely rich?
No, we're not.
Yeah.
We
Yes,
print
you
it.
are.
We print. No, the reason we're
no,
you could print
No,
all the
no,
money you
no,
want.
no,
It don't make you
no,
rich.
no, you're rich as a country. You are super rich.
Oh, are we?
Yes.
So we're going to ban
Not-
drilling. Wait a minute. So our gross domestic product is what we ship out of this country, which, like, a large percent of it is fuel, gas, natural gas. But if we get rid of that and we just go hydro, then we don't have any gross domestic product. Where do they get all the money from? Nobody's going to have a job.
Someone else will buy the gas and the coal and the oil. You have a luxury problem, just like we do.
Trump was right when the U.S. government said they're going to ban automobiles. They had to be electric vehicles. He said it would destroy the working class in the automotive industry, and that's what it's doing because they're going to go bankrupt from making EVs. Nobody's buying them. Nobody's buying electric vehicles.
If nobody is buying electrical vehicles, Wayne,
Yeah.
the factories and the manufacturers will find something else.
Yeah,
It's
they're
just-
going back.
it's
They're
just-
going
it's-
back to gas operated.
It's just a transition. It
It
may
is-
end up with batteries. It may end up with gas or diesel. Doesn't matter.
Close.
Your country, Wayne.
They can't
has-
sell. They can't even give them away.
No.
They can't even
Then-
give an EV away.
Trust me, they will stop making them.
They are. GM announced they're not making any more EVs.
Yeah, but GM is not Canadian, sort of.
And Ford's losing a fortune on their new Ford
Yeah,
Lightning.
Yeah, because American car companies has always been about 6 years behind the rest of the world. They always have. So what I'm saying is, your country is rich. Your problems are rich people problems, just like ours.
Because you got a lot of rich people over there.
Gosh, you're killing me.
No,
we're rich in undeveloped property. We've got likely the largest landmass that's got nobody living on it.
Think about it. You have a government that can actually allocate money to start building stuff. Stella, what did I miss?
Yeah, but any government can print money, Klaus. You
No.
print money, that's not
can
having
someone-
money.
Can someone?
I
can
didn't
someone blow-
start it, Klaus. That's all you got to remember is I didn't start it.
You
Can-
put
can
yourself
someone-
into debt.
I'm lost. this
Can
time.
someone
I
blow?
didn't get
Can
it.
someone
It's
blow
okay.
Stella up so she can describe what's going on?
No,
Stella, take the floor
No, no,
and
no.
just describe
no,
what
no,
you see.
no.
Oxgarod, if you don't stop doing that many comments, I'm gonna ban you.
Stella,
It's the
get
rust
your
of
mind.
Rooster.
Stella,
Wait,
get your mind
Stella,
out of
Stella,
the gutter.
hold on, Stella. Wait.
It's not me, man.
It sure as hell weren't me.
Anybody got a cigarette?
No,
Oh,
Woo!
look at that.
Robert has.
Carl, you are the man.
Thank
Carl,
you.
you are the man.
My next coffee's on you, William. Thank you so much. Cool.
Anybody work on those EFI engines?
Which
Yeah.
ones? Aaron?
Like
No,
Aaron's.
I don't.
Got the
I don't have the. I
EFI,
don't have the gear for that.
One.
I never had to
Oh.
work. I don't have the
There's one.
computer. Yeah.
Happy
No,
Motor.
no.
Why did you
Arch, today the bill. The bill was, wait.
Sorry, Hank. What were you saying?
why did you block his messages?
Because he keeps spamming the whole thing. But bop,
Who?
bop, 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 bop,
Who?
bop.
Who?
Arch.
Oh no.
No, you don't need to do that.
No. But today, today breakfast was $42.50. So the tip was $10.
That's not bad for a good breakfast.
Oh, it was phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Was she? What was the waitress? Hank Steiner's.
No. Just like I said, just nice. But the food, like I said, Sandy Hook Diner. The owner died, and his assistant cook. He taught him the recipes. And I tell you, they're good. They're good.
And by the way, Arch is only out for a minute, so he'll be back in a second.
Yeah, that's all right.
I just I saw the thing, and there was Arch. I said, okay, that's
Yeah,
Stan.
I think.
Yeah,
I
but he
think what
didn't
was
have
going.
anything bad to say.
I think what was going on there, Klaus, was that there was something else going on in the background of which he was responding to.
Well, somebody is more tired than others.
Well, might be tired now. Stella,
Rooster. It's Rooster. I haven't seen Rooster for a while. Get your lazy ass
Oh,
up
Rooster,
here
yeah, where
and
the hell's
start
Rooster?
making some videos or get on the stream.
Yeah, where the
Rooster.
hell he been? Rooster!
Yeah,
Where you been,
Rooster.
brother?
Yeah.
Haven't seen him in a long time.
So
No.
Mick, on this interchangeability, they were asking, stay on topic of that because he was interested. So if you've got an engine that needs replacing, would you consider putting in a battery operated, or is the cost too much to do it?
so do you know what? It depends, and there's lots of variables, Wayne. I noticed that Cobra over here in the UK, they've just released another new cylinder mower, which is actually the Cobra Fortis, but it is their battery powered machine. It's going to be released in March this year, or next year coming. And what they're saying is that the Cobra petrol powered machine, which comes with Briggs, Honda, or their own machine, their own engine, can be retrofitted with a battery powered unit. Now,
Right.
the majority of lawns in the UK, and it's different for us over here in the UK, is that the majority of the lawns are my sort of size, which is a good, what we call medium-sized lawn. Do you know what? Battery power is reasonable. It's reasonable for that. But it still comes with a hefty price tag, and you've got to be looking at parting with £1,500 minimum for a setup. That doesn't include spare batteries and bits and pieces like that, Wayne. So if the machine's going to cost you a brand new Cobra Fortis 20B, 20-inch cylinder mower is going to cost you around about £1,200, brand new.
I did.
If you bought that last year, why would you convert over? I think the only option is that if you're going in for continuous E10 problems, carburetor cleans, and you're spending, £80 to £120 a service just for a carburetor, which is what you might have to pay them in the main dealership, you can very quickly get to the cost of a battery powered machine. So I think it does have its benefits, but some of the stuff is coming out with a 5-year warranty on the battery power stuff. So if they're going to offer you a 5-year warranty on a battery power head unit, charger, and batteries, I don't think you can complain much about that.
No, not with 5-year warranty.
Kenny, my dad, he's got a fairly big lawn. He's got a Husqvarna robot mower, which he's been having for 11 years. And
Yeah.
and a year ago, I did the calculation on how much it's cost him to have his lawn cut compared to what it would have cost to have a good push mower that he would service every year at a dealership rates.
Mm.
Three times the cost.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you.
Three times the cost.
Oh,
Yeah.
but that you're
But
talking
he has,
about,
but he has a nice lawn. It's always cut. It's always green. It's always nice. And the Husqvarna robot does its thing. No doubt about that. But the cost of service, battery replacement, blade replacement, compared to a yearly service on a good quality push mower, 3 times the cost.
to have a landscaper come in versus owning your own equipment.
I did not do the calculation for having a landscaper come in. I did it against a robot with its maintenance
Right.
over a year and a regular push mower, him walking behind and spending the time.
I think also the difference is, Klaus, I've only seen one robotic lawnmower last year that has the ability to bag, and that's that little one with the wheels that tip inwards like the track rod end is snapped. I think in about another year, once they develop a battery powered lawnmower, possibly for the UK market with a roller and bagging capability and the ability to empty its own bag, I think for the UK that will be the game changer.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, if you run a robotic mower every day, you don't need a bag.
Yeah,
I understand. I disagree. I disagree because not every lawn at different times of the year requires a mulch. Now in America, they mulch a lot. They don't collect their grass at all because of the type of seasons they have and the type of grass they have. Over here in the UK, don't forget, we cut our grass a lot shorter than you guys compared to America. And I'm talking right down to nearly 2 millimeters in length.
Yeah.
You can't mulch on that. You can't mulch that in. That has to be collected and taken off because that's what gives disease. So
I disagree, Mick. I really disagree. I really do, because if a 2 mil lawn is run over twice a day, you don't need to mulch. I'm sorry, you don't need to collect.
So if you just take, for instance, I'll give you a quick example. Let's take a bowling green or a cricket pitch. I've never seen a bowling green or cricket pitch where they don't collect the grass. They don't collect it.
No.
Because leaving that grass on there, although it does feed the lawn or the green, it does also is susceptible to disease. Now, there's a difference between cutting grass and a difference between lawn care. There's a difference.
Yeah.
I see it in America where guys are cutting wet grass without proper like gator blades and what have you, where they're just knocking the grass down, leaving it in big clumps and what have you, and that is what spreads the disease. And when you want a really nice lawn, that grass has to come off.
Yes, but if the machine goes over a certain patch of grass twice every 24 hours, you're not going to have anything. It's basically, I mean, yes, you may, over a period of time, you may have thatch that you have to go and cut and do that.
That is where I'm going with it, Klaus, is that the difference between cutting grass and lawn care, where you have to dethatch, aerate, all those things. That is over here in the UK what leads to those fantastic lawns when you're scarifying in February and in November, aerating the lawns and what have you. The other thing with the robotic lawnmower, I've not seen one yet that has the ability to cut the grass fully in one line.
No, you're not going to get stripes.
No, not the striping. So take my Luba for instance. You have to cut the grass about, like you say, 2 or 3 times a week to enable you to get all the grass down in different directions. Because where the wheels roll over the grass, you're not going to get that bit cut. So you don't get that fine quality when you're cutting with a cylinder mower. That grass, it has to come off. It has to come off. You can't leave it there.
I disagree a little bit because I have a lawn. You've seen it, Mick, in the summer when it's good. It's green. It's nice. I don't cut it as short as you do in the UK, but I mulch 90% of my cuts. And then every 2 years, I detach.
Close. I was just doing some calculations for your dad.
Yeah.
And I figured it costs him a lot less if his son, who can fix equipment, gets that push mower and cuts his lawn for him and keeps it maintained. He doesn't have any cost other than fuel.
But you're absolutely right, Wayne. But then I have to ask my 81-year-old dad to walk behind a mower.
No, I'm saying his son.
Klaus.
Fuck off, Wayne.
Klaus.
I would do that. Listen, if my dad was still alive, I'd be cutting his grass for him, and I'm 74.
No. I have the thing.
What do you mean?
I will
Wait a
help.
minute. I got to talk to your father. A little respect here for us all guys, eh?
No, I have a ton of respect, but I told my dad, Dad,
I'm going to buy you a robotic mower.
Get another house. The yard is too big. And he goes, no. I said, okay, fair enough. Can you come help me cut the hedge? No.
What?
Call the guy in, pay him.
Get out of here.
No,
Mick,
I'm kidding. I'm
Mick,
not
if your
kidding.
dad, wait a minute, hold on. We got to check with Mick. Mick, if your dad asked you for help, you're right there, right?
By the time my dad actually rings my phone, I'm already there.
Absolutely.
I don't have to pick it up.
Close. That's the way it's got to be when your dad's like even 81. Oh yeah, you got to help.
Nope. Well,
Hey, what do you think about this
you know what?
bullshit?
I'll help him. I'll do his taxes. I'll do his economics. I'll do all that stuff. But I told him if you want to stay in the house you're in now, you got to get some help in. No, I don't need that. Yes, you do. No, I don't.
Does.
He does, and I'm not it.
Is he
But
having
Klaus.
a Christmas dinner at his place?
No, he's having it at my place.
Oh, he's smart.
Yes.
Klaus, can we go back to the discussion we had a minute ago with regards to lawn care versus cuts, mulch, and collect?
Yes.
I
sir.
think it would be quite a good experiment for yourself to do. There's a bit of work involved. Is if you had two strips of grass, let's say you got down your lawn 15 times. If you did 2 strips for the entire year and collected those 2 stripes for the entire year, and then scarify and then take a soil sample depth of the thatch to see how much thatch you have in those 2 strips after you've collected, and to see how much more disease or growth you have in comparison.
Who cares?
No. Hold on.
It's a topic.
No. I apologize for minimizing that.
Nick is right. The thing is, I fertilize my lawn quite a lot. I spread lime quite a lot. So my lawn, I check for pH level in my lawn twice a year.
Yeah.
And I know that mulching will take up, it will increase the acidity in the soil. It really will. And it will create this layer of thatch between the soil and the grass. I know that.
I
So
just
what
mow paths like you said, Klaus, like all the posh Europeans do.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you, check your
what I
pH
do
level.
is that I mulch every chance I can, unless we have company coming in. If we have a party or people coming in and they're going to be walking on the lawn, because if I mulch, they're going to drag all the clippings into the house,
Yeah,
and
I
then
mean,
they will kill me. So
I mean, I'm just
before yeah. So the thing is, there are benefits and drawbacks of mulching. There
yeah.
are benefits and drawbacks of collecting.
Mm.
My grass has no disease, none.
Nor does mine, but I don't have any grass.
But what it does have is an issue with height, because I cannot cut my height to the British standard. That won't
Right.
happen, because I always keep it at 4 centimeters, which is about yay big. And that's
4
because
centimeters?
and that's because I am a cheapskate. Because if I go lower, I have to fertilize more. And I only fertilize 4 times a year.
We don't fertilize here in Canada. They banned it.
Well,
All
you
the
can still,
fertilizers we got here, they're all banned now. Anything that kills weeds can't have it. It's no good.
yeah.
So as long as our
That's
grass
when
looks green, we're
that,
happy.
that's when it pays off to know a farmer. I
Yeah, true.
I spray my lawn every other year, and I have only grass, because my view is that if I can't have real grass, I might as well just concrete the stuff over.
Saw a guy in Florida concreted his lawnmower right into the front yard, painted the concrete green, and hung a retired sign on the lawnmower handle.
Yeah. Good
It
sign.
looked beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, Ben, you're right. I didn't have to lime if I didn't mulch, but I do, because the benefit of mulching is I can cut down 30% of the fertilizer, and fertilizer, believe it or not, is one of those things you dig out of the soil. And it's not good for the environment. Blah blah blah. I can cut down to 30%. I only fertilize 4 times a year with half the rate of fertilizing.
Hmm.
So mulching creates a situation where you don't have to fertilize as much, but then it does increase the acidity. It does increase the need for dethatching, and that's the way I do it. I mean, Mick, you've seen videos of my lawn in the summer when it's good. It's nice and green. It's thick.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, you can play football on it and nothing will happen. But it's still, there are benefits and drawbacks. If you collect every straw you cut, and you cut it down to 2 mil, Jesus Christ, you have to force feed that thing with fertilizer and chemicals for it not to die.
I cut mine. Depends on what I'm using. I generally use either I use 3 types of mowers. I use my robotic. I use my Honda 5.5 horse Kaz with a pro roller, and I use a cylinder mower. So it depends. So I can be cutting anywhere from, I'd say, about 11 mil down to around about 4.5 mil, something like that. And it all depends. Like I say, I wouldn't cut the cylinder mower in height for summer because it dies off. That's when I go over to a Honda, and I let the grass grow a little bit taller. But I've got some disease because I've got kids, I've got dogs, I've got all sorts coming in and out of the garden, so that always creates disease anyway. I think the difference is, Klaus, is it depends on what type of mower you're cutting with. If you went over to a cylinder mower, you would have no choice. You couldn't cut at 4 mil, at 4 centimeters. No. You'd have to cut lower. So I think that's the difference. Is that if you are using something like a cylinder mower, you would have to go down, because I think that is 32 millimeters is about the highest they go for a decent lawn. Going down to about 4 millimeters, maybe even 6.
and I'm a lazy bugger, by the way, and I cut a 4 mil with my Honda HRX,
Yeah.
and my biggest problem is tracks because I cut it the same way every time, and I create grooves in the grass, so I had to fill those with sand and gravel and whatever. But all I'm saying is there's a drawback and a benefit
Yeah, 100%.
to the different types of lawn maintenance.
Well, it
You
would
guys
appear
don't
that
know
it
what
would
lazy means.
it would appear on this conversation, Klaus, we're going to have to meet at a pass and call it a draw. I think. I don't think
No,
you're going
I
to get
mean,
your.
No.
I don't think you want to get your normal victory over me
No,
tonight.
I
So we'll
don't
call it a
want
draw.
no, honestly, I don't want a victory. All I want is that there are so many ways of maintaining your lawn that it's not even funny because
No.
you'll have
Paths, just like you said,
green,
Klaus. Paths
Yeah,
right through all
yeah.
the yard, just paths.
yeah, I mean you'll have greenkeepers discussing this. You know, because they also have different and to be honest, I do the thing that is the most easy for me to do because I fertilize a lot. That means I have to mow a lot, which means it has to go fast. Because I mow my lawn 3 times a week in the high season.
Ugh,
Hey, Mick,
Yeah.
whatever happened?
I don't think I mowed my front yard at all this year. Never,
Okay.
not once.
You waiting for one of them lawnmower landscaping channels to come and do a free lawn care
Yeah.
on your property?
Or something. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
PK's mowing.
Like
Where's,
SB mowing.
where's Jimmy? Where's Jimmy?
No,
What did you
well,
say,
I mean,
Kenny?
in all fairness, I have this huge oak tree in my front yard, so all I have is scrub and leaves anyway. So it's not like there's a lot to mow to begin with.
You have a what they call a live oak. They kill grass with a quickness.
Actually, mine is a Nuttall oak.
Not all.
Nuttall. Nuttal. It's a fast growing hardwood.
I can spell. I just can't understand.
Well,
Nuttall.
the point is, well, I had a tree fall on my house in 1999, and
Okay.
I wanted a fast growing shade tree because I like the shade. So I got a Nuttall oak.
No. Now
Nuttall.
y'all want a tree that to keep cleaned up after.
No.
No, Kenny. I didn't ever get the exhaust for the Dennis sorted out. The Dennis is still in the back of the shed. I'm not getting it out because it's 346 kilos. I'm not getting it out. It's too goddamn heavy.
Me too, Dirt Rider. Once a week, good for my lawn.
Stella, say again. And not all was what kind of tree?
A Nuttall. Nuttal. It's just another type of oak. It's a fast growing oak because when I lost the tree in my front yard, I lost all that shade, and I like having shade to cut down on my heating and air
Cuesos
conditioning costs.
Texana.
Do you get acorns on that at all?
Cuesos.
Yo, they're crazy now. They are crazy right now. I wish I could
John
figure out a way to
Clem.
eat them.
Hello.
Big God.
Hey, John. Hey,
No.
that's a nice looking tree.
It is a Nuttall oak, and it's kind of crazy too because all the leaves. It like one day it's covered with leaves, and the next day, boom, they're gone. They've all fallen off the tree in one single day.
And hopefully on your neighbor's property.
Yeah.
No, it's all on mine, but that's okay.
You-
I like
you
sort
can
of like
always
to-
call. You can always call Kenny. He's got the right equipment for it.
Kenny's got
No,
that
man.
backpack blower.
I love to use
No,
it
snapper.
as
Suck them up.
mulch.
Suck them up with the
Oh.
snapper.
No. I use
High vac.
mulch. It's great.
No, the snapper high vac. That'll suck. you
Yeah,
up.
that's the new one. That was the one of the last videos, right?
Mm.
I-
Yes, William, you are the man. Woo-hoo! I've been known as the grass
William, you're
killer
just
since
sweet.
I
You're
moved
just
here.
sweet. You're just sweet talking here, William. Come on.
Dude, man, they called
Hey,
me the
y'all know
grass
stuff
killer 30
right
years ago. That's me.
Oh yeah.
Y'all want something to take your grass out? Plant a
Well,
pine tree.
What the hell's that? Who's that?
Pine is
Robert.
good.
Get a go.
Robert, what are you doing?
You
Where
know,
you been? Where you been?
man, been working on that Craftsman YS 4500 mower I just got.
Uh-oh. Another one?
Yep.
Sit
It's
down,
got
Rick.
what? Hey, it's got the world's most hated carburetor on it.
The
Got a
Nicky.
Nicky on it.
Yeah, did you get the hunting
Nick
result?
Fix.
Woo!
Hey,
Hey,
hold on.
Mr. Bruce.
¿Cómo está, señor? ¿Cómo está?
Hey.
¿Cómo está?
Bruce, we had to
Yes,
answer
yes.
all your comments because you were on the plane. So somebody had to comment for you. So we said Bruce is in
But,
flight.
look at the sweaty bastard in the corner there.
Look at the sweaty
Wow.
bastard online. Trudy says,
Hi,
"Don't
Bruce.
show me." Can you guys hear me all right?
Yes.
Yeah,
We can hear you
what
great, Bruce.
did Trudy say?
Don't show me. We're both in the same shape.
Oh,
And
dear.
it was
Well,
from grocery.
you know,
It was from,
Bruce.
oh, no, it's from grocery shopping.
Yeah.
Well, Bruce, some of us are very envious that we're not there in like, happy, nice
Just like
weather,
all of us,
Mexico.
He's
All
got
of us.
some tan on him already. He's got some color. We see some red.
He'll get darker as it goes. Just wait for him next week.
Just to wait till you see the flip flops on the video, and you're gonna
There
go.
you go.
Ah!
Here we are.
He's
Okay,
more like
sure.
he's more like a Troy built red. He's not to that deep Toro red yet. A couple more days.
Exactly.
He'll give him till next week. He'll be like
He'll be regal red. He'll be regal red.
Jason,
Exactly.
that new Craftsman orangey red, right?
That's what he is right now. He's that
So,
Bruce,
Bruce,
red.
Bruce, did you have a good trip down, or?
It's been a long 2.5 days,
Yeah.
but it was okay.
It's
We
funny.
need
It
a-
doesn't.
we
It,
need a
it
weigh-in
doesn't show on your
video,
face,
Bruce.
Bruce.
Try it now, John.
Bruce, we need a weigh-in video. Weigh in
Hold
now
on, Robert.
and the
Okay.
last day before you come home.
So last year when I came down, I vowed to lose 20 pounds, and now I only have 30 more to go.
yes, good man. You'll do it. Come on, man. We're rooting for you, Bruce. Come on.
Kenny,
So
if
just-
you're out of
so
slots,
yesterday was a
thump
day-
me down.
What's that?
Yesterday was the day of lineup
If
at
you're
the
out of
airport in
slots,
Calgary. Oh, sorry.
Then thump me.
No. Robert's in the basement for now. I want to see if Clem can come up.
Yeah.
He was having problems, but
Yeah,
he'll still be able to get in the basement.
He said he couldn't see the stream on the boat.
Yeah, that's a cop with an excuse. You know how that.
There
Yeah,
you go.
I went on a diet last week, Bruce. I weighed 260 pounds, and after a week of my diet, I weighed 259.8. So I did real good.
Good job. Score. Woohoo!
John probably can't see the panel because he's staring at the bloody microwave. The thick twat.
Bruce, how's the condo? Is it the same one as last year?
No, we have a different unit. We're still on the same side, but we're closer to the ocean. You should hear those waves go.
It's that YouTube money. He has multiple units within the same condo.
No.
That's the
Bruce
Not me,
doesn't
buddy.
spend it- No,
You'd
Bruce
be,
doesn't
you'd be
spend his
shocked
YouTube
on.
money.
Yeah, you'd be shocked on
No.
what I don't make.
Come on, Jason. To be fair, we all know he owns the whole goddamn complex.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, you know what? If I did that, I wouldn't come to it.
Yeah.
No, if you did that, you'd invite us all over there for nothing. Is what you'd do.
Yeah, and then I'd get a condo not two miles down the other way.
Oh, you bad bastard!
Well, everybody would want.
Whoa.
No, everybody would want something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're
Says-
so handy. I know how it
Says
feels.
says a man who last year was there who ran out to go and fix a man's lawnmower when it wasn't quite running
Oh
right.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you remember that? Yeah,
The one who
wants something.
interviews the lawn crew when they're cutting the lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you finished off your season videos from Alberta with a good smoker, eh?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That
You
was a
watched the
good
end of
one.
that, did you?
Right in the face. Right
You know,
in
I
the
totally
get-
forgot that I dumped about 2 tablespoons of oil into that cylinder hole before I turned it over and shot it with carb spray.
The things
I wouldn't
we
get
do.
I wouldn't get too excited though, Wayne, because apparently Bruce has now, since he's been away and on his holiday, he has got 35 John Deere snowblower videos lined up for us to watch this year.
I think so.
Bruce, I gotta say, I just bought. I was telling the others earlier. I just bought a 25-year-old Briggs and Stratton vertical shaft engine that has never been put on a machine.
It was a vertical, Klaus?
So
Vertical?
is it? So was
No,
that
horizontal.
So, thank. Horizontal. Sorry,
welcome.
horizontal. Thank you. And it's never been started. And I put
What's
oil
the
in the
size?
5 horse.
Oh yeah.
New old stock.
NOS?
Yeah, new old stock.
Yeah.
And I put oil in the cylinder before I cranked it, and I thought, oh, I better not do a Brucey, stay away from the exhaust and then yank it.
I seen when Bruce started that. I seen when that thing puffed at him, he jumped back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it was
you should have seen the one when the machine jumped out 5 feet up in the air. That was a better video.
But when he got docked,
My dear wife laughed about. She was mentioning this to a person we met. When I started the lawnmower and then moved over a carpet in the garage, and it just sucked up the carpet, shot half of it out to shoot, and then stalled the engine.
I thought that was a
Has
pretty
anybody
funny
else-
video. I enjoyed that one.
Has anybody else done that?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
No, I've
No, actually, I
4-pound
bought
sledge.
a wrench.
A
Yeah,
4-pound
mine was a
sledge.
4-pound sledge.
There you
Chopped
go.
the handle right
Yeah,
off of it,
4-pound sledge.
shot the sledge right across the shop.
That's going to cost you a new blade right there.
That's like
Yep, that
one
did
where I
damage
caught
the
my-
blade.
the one where the suction on the blade sucked my blue coat in,
Yeah.
and I had it on.
to be fair, Bruce. We've been waiting for that to happen for about the past 10 years. To be fair.
Yeah, well, I'm a little more careful
yeah,
after that
yeah.
happened, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
yeah, right. You're right, Nick. We have been waiting.
Maybe that's why I don't have as many views now, is because my bloopers are a little less bloody.
actually, I can kind of top that. Well, sort of top it, but it wasn't on camera. Decapitating 2 solar spotlights with a snowblower because they were
yeah.
under the. Yeah, I did it. We had a big snow. It was 2021, and got about there was about 10 inches of snow on that ground, and I'm going along the edge of my driveway. Well, what I thought was the edge of the driveway ended up being in the grass next to it, and I hear
Just that-
clank. I thought, okay, that was an ice block or a bunch of ice. Then I heard clank again, and I happened to look down, and well, there's part of the spotlight. I never did
Black
find the
plastic
remains
everywhere.
of it till next spring
Yeah.
when the
think the
snow was all melted.
I think the worst thing ever happened to me was I was trying to fire up with Dennis one day in the workshop. It only just fitted in the workshop, and I was trying to start up on the starting handle, and it fired and started, and the drive was engaged, and it went off across the shed, which is only 20 foot long, at full chat. That's a 600cc engine going in at 340 kilos. And I'm hanging onto the back of it, trying to stop it go through the back of the shed. That happened to me.
It's like when Ellis Mowers sat on the back of his ride-on snapper and put it into gear and went flying to the back of the garage. That was
hilarious.
It's always funny afterwards, as long as nobody's dead, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
I think it was 1969. One of my first jobs was at Union Carbide, and they were taking me on a tour through the carbon machining part where they did the machining, and the guy was working on a lathe. And as we were watching him, all of a sudden the guy was standing there with only his socks on. He had loose clothing. It got wrapped into the carbon, and it completely stripped him. Like, lucky the guy didn't have a belt on. It would have killed him. But it stripped his shirt, his pants, his underwear. All he had on was his socks and his safety boots.
And his pride.
The same thing.
And it was like, I thought it was like,
And his
I thought
pride, if it was there.
Yeah, I thought it was a glitch in the Matrix at first, but then I realized this guy's lucky he's alive.
Did he go
Same
off
thing
half
happened
cock?
I
Same
did
thing happened
the.
to Jason. Same thing
I
happened
heard that,
to
Bruce.
Jason. Jason had the same accident, but it tore the front of his hair off.
Oh,
we're all frozen. That's me. Sorry.
That sounds like something you would only see in a cartoon. Have a
Bruce, you
machine
apologize too
naked
much.
like
Don't
that.
do that.
So, Jason, I see in the comments you wanted more acreage so you could make designs in your lawn.
Yeah.
So
But
I,
you
so I
realize
do
that,
designs now, but I would do more elaborate designs if I had.
yeah, but you realize that then you'd have to dump your channel because most of the time would be taken up cutting that lawn, eh?
No, I would figure it out. You know, we're handy, so I can get a nice tractor and make it work. I wouldn't skimp out on that.
No.
Nope. I just sold parts to a guy today, and he has 10 acres in Florida, and he says it takes him 8 or 10 hours. I wouldn't do the full, 10 acres, but I would make a decent amount presentable. I find that, to me, it's therapeutic.
Yes.
A nice landing zone.
Superman. Woo!
But for me, for lawn care, it's like, I wouldn't say it's like, but I thoroughly enjoy it. I'm a late bloomer. I never thought I would enjoy lawn care as much as I do now, and I always preach that once you figure out what works for you.
I kicked grass.
Oh, John, I'm so sorry you're getting to wear the leopard.
Hold on, I got one with Hank in it. Hold on.
Oh,
Kenny.
I'm just kidding. We love Hank.
It looks like Mick after a diet.
No.
No. No. Leopard skin Speedos. You know what?
I'd
There
pay
will
to see
be
that.
there will be hell on earth before
You
I
want
get
him to
it
send you
together.
a signed photo?
Here's one for the cat lovers.
Hold on. I can't.
Charlie, you want to see that?
See, we would us cat owners, we would all do that.
Yep.
Oh, I'd cut. Well, I can't because of my neighbors. But if I didn't have those, I would definitely do something for fun. I can't do stuff for fun with my neighbors. So close next door. Plus the company they keep.
But you know what? They're not home during the day, are they?
Yeah, because one of them's retired.
Okay. Neighbors that are home during the day suck. Sorry.
No,
Jim.
they're good. They're just sometimes, like that picture I posted last year that I was able to do when one set of neighbors wasn't home, and I know they were nestled inside.
I had
So
my I had my not the one next to me, the one further down. She came up one day and she said if there was any way that I could stop running chainsaws after 8 p.m.
Okay. PM.
And I said, you know what? That's fair.
That's
I understand that. You know what? And I will do that. And then I asked her if there was any chance that she could stop running barking dogs after 8 p.m. And you know what? That's the funniest thing. Then she got mad.
Yeah.
And I don't get it. I mean, running a chainsaw after 8 p.m., fair enough. That might annoy people, I understand that. But a dog that's outside in the yard going, bah, 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 is
so where you live, you guys have noise ordinances? Like, we can't make noise past or before a certain time. And then there's certain things you can't make noise at all.
Well, I can't either.
also-
But the chainsaw can, and apparently the dog
Yes,
can.
John.
So with us, because I guess we're in Bruges, I don't know how other towns are. There's noise restrictions on animals.
Yeah, but the thing is, this was about 8 years ago, and her dog is still barking, and I'm still running chainsaws after 8 p.m.
So do you have noise restrictions where you live?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. So then, us we do. So we would have to. Okay, so you could do whatever you want. At this point, it comes down to the word courtesy. But
Yep.
do what works
So,
for you.
so well, when she doesn't take her dog in at 8 p.m., I don't take my chainsaws in at 8 p.m. And I haven't heard from her since, and I guess that's just a mutual agreement that, yeah.
Nice stripes.
Yeah.
Understand that with us, it's different. You'll
Looks
have
like
the-
Hank's backyard.
you'll have
Yeah.
the police.
Yeah.
It's not worth it for us.
I had a guy who came in with a lawnmower last year, and he said,
I bet.
Klaus, you want to buy my lawnmower? I said, not particularly. Why? He says,
Yeah,
because
that-
I have to go and buy an electric one. I said, why do you want to buy an electric one? You have an AYP product
Take
with
care,
a
Dad.
quantum engine on it. This thing will last you a lifetime. He goes, yeah, I moved into a neighborhood where we can't make noise during the day. I said, okay, I'll buy it. It's, yeah.
See, that's something for me because what I know now, and even when we were looking at houses, before everything else happened, we were looking into that. We're not no HOA, no nothing. I want free roam. Do
Yeah.
as I'm very adamant about that. How can I pay taxes and take care of my own home, and then have you tell me how to handle or manage that?
Yeah.
And during
Well,
COVID,
I don't know how it is. I don't know how it is with you, Jason, but here they have a concept of it's basically small discontinued farms. There are a little bit of land with it, and there's a house and maybe a stable that isn't used anymore. And people buy those, and it'll be 3 miles to the next neighbor.
So did you buy that other house, Jason? I didn't connect all the dots.
no, we didn't end up getting it because I choked.
Well, I think you made a good decision.
I'll be honest with you. I regret it.
No, don't go back, man. You're good now.
Yeah, so what's tough now?
Look at that dry lawn there, Mick. You should
When
water
looking at
it more.
I won't settle for something. I won't compromise because I already compromised, and look where I am now.
Can we
But
get the
that's also
teenagers off their phones for a second?
When you have
Uh,
a house and you're looking for something like what you have, so you're very reluctant to give up what you have and maybe start all over again. That's what happened to me. That's where I choked out because I didn't want to start all over again. And
Mick, you should
Well,
water your
but then-
lawnmower. It's got dry stripes on it.
My ass. They're the sort of stripes that Jason can only dream of.
I'll put money on that.
Yeah.
And I have the nicest yard out of everybody.
That's a good one for the lawnmower detective, Kenny.
Yeah.
But we didn't get that house. But
What happened to Bruce?
I want to look. I want to keep looking. Somebody doesn't want to look. So,
Jason, you need to get a homestead.
You guys will
You need-
find your equilibrium.
Yeah.
You're good.
yeah. So Klaus,
you
we
need-
got the house. It just the timing was like a little off. We didn't notice. We didn't know we had certain things going on in the back. The house
Right.
was a little bit over $1 million. So
That's huge.
How about a homestead?
So she wants to live in a certain area. So we
Ah.
need to abide by that. Which
I don't-
which-
I think you'd be better off grid, Jason. You and the missus would be great off grid. Like Alaska.
With a goat and a cow.
I like to be further away from people now because I deal with people. But I think for her to be near society, we need to be near society. We have other people that now depend on us.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
And we would love to have those people move in with us, but
What?
because where we live now, we have the space, and they have no interest. That would make things a lot easier on us.
Don't fucking no one gonna move in here unless I say so. It's
I
no.
with
Oh.
2 houses.
Whoa, where did that come from?
Oh,
Whoa,
sorry.
someone's had a
put his
bit,
foot
someone's
down
had a-
there. That's it.
someone's had a bit too much loudmouth soup tonight by the sounds of it. Bloody hell.
So I don't want to.
no.
But class,
This is non-alcohol.
Dad wanted to move in with you. What would you do?
I would say no, thank you. Move on.
I might have
what
to put
you
it to a
said
test,
before?
Klaus. I might have to put it to a test, Klaus, when I come and knock on your door next year, Klaus. See how you get on. See how you get on with that.
Circle of life. Do you believe in the circle of life?
Yeah, but if Mick comes over and he says, I'm going to be here for a week, no problem.
Okay,
If
but what
Mick
about
comes over and say, I'm going to stay here for a year, and get F off.
To be fair, Klaus, once you'll have a hell of a job getting rid of me. It's as simple as that.
I would.
We're all-
you know
We're
what?
all coming down for a month.
Maybe I'll go okay on the year. You stay in the garage. Fix
It's
mowers.
me.
All right, we are at 2 hours and 40 minutes. So Stella and I have said we're going to call it. We'll go
All
gray.
right.
So anybody out there, thanks to all. Great stream today, really good stream. Thank you to William again for the $5 donation. It will go to good use. Everybody out there, thanks for participating. Our new friend Brett, thank you for coming up. Hopefully, we'll see you again. Brock, who was here, everybody else who was here, Robert, and all the other people that
Robert
were
was here. Robert was here.
If Brucey, you and John, if you still want to come in the basement, you're welcome to. It'll stay. The stream will stay on live probably for another 5 minutes, guys, or 4 minutes.
Yeah,
So
5,
if
4,
you
6.
click on the
6
basement,
minutes,
you'll
if
be able
Mick
to do
is
the
not-
gray.
Yeah.
So we'll go from there. Let's see, Luke, if you want to come in the basement, and we'll go from there. But everybody, take care. Next week, Christmas show. Just a generic, but I'll be dressed for Christmas. All my Terrell apparel, but next week though, anybody coming up, wear a hat. Yeah, wear a hat next week.
Okay,
We'll have,
Kenny. Thanks for the stream, buddy.
Oh, Klaus, you are like the happy holiday man.
Looks like an elf.
I'm so happy it hurts.
You look like
Oh,
an elf.
I know it does, Klaus. This is so hard for you. It's like painful.
All right, we're going gray, guys. We'll talk to you
Yeah.
later.
Thank you.
Everybody. It's been
Everybody.
great.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
I'm tired of talking.